Stellar Award New Artist of the Year winner with 2 Billboard topping songs entitled The Call and Jesus, We Love You, courtesy of Global Ministry and Uncle G Records. Please join us with the national anthem, Isabel Davis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so callously streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful national anthem rendition here at the W.C. Gordon Football Classic. Currently it's 79 degrees. We're looking at partly cloudy skies this afternoon. The high is where it is now at 79 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, lows around 66. There is a 10% chance of rain, and the wind is blowing out of the north at 4 miles an hour. It is 3:57 Jackson, Mississippi time, and the time and temperature brought to you by Entergy. As we get set for the coin toss, Jackson State in their blue jerseys with the white numbers, the blue pants with the white stripe, and they have red socks today, as well as the blue helmets with the JSU logo and a red stripe along the top of the helmets. Alabama A&M in their white jerseys with the maroon pants, the white stripe along those pants, the maroon numbers, and the white helmets, and the familiar Alabama A&M logo. Coach W.C. Gordon getting set to meet the captains at midfield as we are just about to get this one underway there, Coach. I see you got goosebumps on your arms there, Coach. I see the goosebumps.
Just ready to get this football game going, Coach. You know, it's been a while since we've been in this stadium together, huh? Just ready to get it going.
This season, Jackson State football brought to you by Richard Schwartz and Associates, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Entergy, Zaxby's, Hope Credit Union, C-Spire, AARP, Porter's Insurance, Steven Investments, Team Logic IT, Watkins Auto Sales, McCullum's Physical Therapy, and Bowden Auto Shop, as well as Ritchie Automotive.
Coach W.C. Gordon is participating.
All right, Coach W.C. Gordon is going to flip the coin.
What's your choice? Tails is his choice.
Alabama A&M makes the call, and they call tails. And we hope Coach Gordon has a two-headed coin down there.
I hope so. It's amazing those young kids really don't understand who W.C. Gordon really is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the tradition and everything that he's accomplished here at Jackson State.
So Jackson State won the toss. We should let Coach Gordon toss it all the time.
Well, we're receiving the ball first, Coach.
And that's going to put that air raid offense on the field first, Coach.
Yeah, let's get out here and see, can we punch it in and get some confidence going.
All right, Jackson State University would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of student scholarships and the inauguration of its 11th president, Dr. William Bynum Jr. Without your continued dedication and support, this would not be possible. Our premier sponsors is Drs. Winston and Alma Pittman. Our platinum sponsors, Mr. Haley and Mrs. Allison Fasackerly. Diamond sponsors, Bank Plus, Kelly Road Builders, Kelly Natural Gas Pipeline, Mr. Darrell and Ms. Laverne Pilot, Howard Catchings, Transamerica Life Insurance, and the Catchings Agency, Mr. and Mrs. Calvin and June Hill, Dr. Willie S. Farmer Sr. and Mrs. Tommy Esther's Farmer, Dr. Jimmy L. and Golda B. Franklin, Mr. Luther and Mrs. Ruth Williams, C-Spire Foundation, Mr. Robert and Dr. Alexia N. Norwood, Omega Psi Phi Grand, Frederick and Margaret Clark, Trustmark, AT&T, David and Jill Gates, and Atmos Energy. And we will let you know of other sponsors throughout this broadcast. All right, we're getting set to kick this one off. Shoemake. That's Newman actually back deep along with Shoemake standing back at their 5-yard line. Alabama A&M will kick it from right to left as Jackson State will get the football first.
Yeah, I'd love to see Shoemaker get going early, Coach. Him and Ollie and Parrish. Get those guys going early.
And we're just about underway here at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium as A&M will approach the football and kick it away. Nice crowd here at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. There's a kick. It's a short kick, and it is fielded by Shoemake at the 5. Shoemake up to the 10, 15, 20, and goes in the crowd, and he is brought down at about the 29-yard line. Nice return by Romello Shoemake, and that's where the air raid offense will start to open this W.C. Gordon Classic.
They will, Coach. A good job by Shoemake right there. Jackson State set up a middle return. That's how you hit it, Coach. He just got behind those guys and just punched it in.
First down and 10 for Jackson State from its own 29-yard line. Derek Ponder is the quarterback for the Tigers. 2 backs in the backfield, split either side. You have 3 receivers in the ball game, 2 to the right, 1 stretched out wide to the left. There's the snap and the handoff. Jackson State going with the ground game to start this ball game against Alabama A&M on the carry. Quentin Brown picks up about 2 yards for the Tigers.
Jackson State, like you said, in that 2-back offense with the split backfield, just trying to run that outside zone with a 2-yard gain.
All right. Jackson State going without a huddle here on second down at about 8. Fakes the handoff, swings it out to the right side. The catch is made, but not much after the catch up to about the 34-yard line. On the reception for the Tigers is Rameek Wallace, the junior out of Waynesboro, Mississippi.
Just throwing a little bubble screen route right there, Coach, just trying to get it up. Their corner did a great job of coming down, forcing him back inside where his help was coming from.
Third down for Jackson State. Jackson State with it at its own 34-yard line. Again, they go with the handoff and not much there at all. So JSU 3 and out on this opening drive.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, that second half, right there, that down right there, Alabama A&M lined up in a very unique defense. They took their left defensive end and put him all the way outside of the receiver out here and put him in a 3-point stand. So it looked like Jackson State had an opportunity right there, but when he shot back inside, he closed that gap down.
All right, so JSU will punt it away after going 3 and out. This should give A&M some good field position back deep for the Bulldogs. Brian Jenkins Jr. Jenkins standing back at his 30-yard line. There's a snap by Ronza Anderson, and it's a short kick, and it will bounce and go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So a short kick, and A&M is in good field position as they open the ball game with Akeem Glass, their quarterback.
And from what they're saying, he's very, very athletic. From what the Southern folks are saying back home, this young man was very athletic against them.
So you got some inside information, huh, Coach?
Coach, you got me down there for a reason, Coach. I got to bring something back to the table, Coach.
Akeel Glass is the quarterback. He's a sophomore out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's 6'5". He's a big old boy. 2 backs in the backfield with Glass, who's in the shotgun. There's a snap, and Glass is going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down after taking it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line, a pickup of about 3 for the Bulldogs.
They're just running that read dive, Coach. You know, they taught to read the defensive end. They have a fullback to the top of the screen. He's running straight down. He pulled it, given it, and he kept it around the right side. Jackson State is in that 3-2 defense.
A&M operating from right to left here on second down at about 7. Glass takes a snap, throws underneath. The catch is made across the 40, but a nice tackle on the play by Jackson State's Keontre Hampton, which is going to bring up third down.
Good defensive play right there. Jackson State had an opportunity to get an interception off of that play from Hampton, but he read it perfectly.
Alabama A&M facing a third down and about 3 from its own 41-yard line. Akil Glass, the quarterback, he's back in the shotgun. He has 2 backs in the backfield. No score. We're just underway here in the first quarter. The officials now call timeout. Jackson State will spend its first timeout of the ball game. We'll take a break and come back with that third down after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our communities to promote living healthy. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, we're empowering you to take control of your personal wellness journey and to find the joy of being active at every age and helping you build proud, healthy communities with a heart of hospitality, because it's about you, your health, your life. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
I was just devastated, but it happened so fast, and I was literally in shock. I really didn't know what to do. A friend of mine had used Richard once before. If you need to call somebody, make sure you call Richard Swartz, because they're going to be on their job. Don't hesitate. Call Richard Swartz.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. I'll work just as hard for you. I won't settle for $1 less than you deserve. Call 601-9 and all 8.
Free background information is available upon request. Richard Swartz and Associates. One call, that's all.
Back live at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, Sam Brown with more sponsors for Jackson State.
Jackson State University football brought to you, of course, by Zaxby's, proudly servicing this community for over 10 years. Team Logic IT, small businesses, protect your computers with Team Logic IT. Visit teamlogicit.com/Jackson, Mississippi.
Third down for the JSU Tigers. This is the Richard Swartz third down. Dial 9 and all 8s for the JSU defense. There's a quick snap. Throws underneath. The catch is made for the first down near the 50-yard line. Making the tackle for Jackson State is Kendrick Paul, the defensive back out of New Roads, Louisiana.
Well, just a little short hitch route for the first down, Coach. Look like they're trying to do that hurry-up mode.
Quick snap for the Bulldogs. Another pass underneath. The catch is made by Alabama A&M's big wideout. That's Zabrian Moore, the junior out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And A&M continues to move the football, Coach.
Yeah, well, what they're trying to do, they're trying to speed the tempo up on Jackson State and take what they give us. They're giving a little short game, so now Jackson State is tightening up the defense.
From the Jackson State 42-yard line, Alabama A&M will go with the ground game this time as they give it to Jordan Bentley. He's a junior out of Guntersville, Alabama. Not much there. It's going to bring up third down for the Bulldogs.
Good job right there. They just tried to run the inside zone. Jackson State, Mr. Hammer, came up and made the play.
Third down and 1 for A&M. Glass back in the shotgun. Now steps up. Steps back in the shotgun. 20 seconds to go here on the play clock. Glass takes the snap, and he's going to fake the pitch, and he's going to run, and he stopped. He may have lost a yard. Back to the 42, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
It looked like that ball came out, but he just recovered it. Good job by the defense. Now, knowing Coach Maynard, Coach, he may go for it right here. He likes to gamble.
Well, we heard him in the pregame show saying that he needs a win, so they are not bringing in the punting unit. It is fourth down and a long one, about 1.5. They have to get it to the JSU 39. They have it at the 40. Or they may be trying to draw JSU offside there, Coach.
No, he's going to go for it, Coach, knowing him.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, a back in the backfield, standing the Glass left shoulder. There's a snap. Glass fires. The catch is made, and a first down for the Bulldogs at the JSU 35-yard line.
Yeah, we gave them a little cushion right there. They just keep hitting us with the little short game. But we just got to get this defense. They'll tighten up, Coach. They're going to get off the field here.
This is the 8th play of this drive for Alabama A&M. It started back at its own 34-yard line. They have it now at the Jackson State 34. No score. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter, but the Bulldogs on the move. Another screen pass. The catch is made and a nice pickup on the play as the Bulldogs take it inside the 25 down to the 24 and another first down for A&M.
We're going to have to cover the slide up. Whenever the ball is on the hash mark in the boundary, nobody's covering the slide up, so they're just picking it up and throwing it out there. Either you're going to have to bring the safety down or one of the linebackers have to come out.
A&M from the Jackson State 24-yard line on first down and 10. They will go with the ground game as Bentley takes it to the JSU 21.
Eric Bowie on the tackle right there, did a good job.
A&M at the JSU 21-yard line. It is second down and about 8 for the Bulldogs. Glass back in the shotgun again. Glass steps up in the pocket, has time, throws towards the end zone, and it is incomplete.
He was trying to get that football to this left side over here, but he really wasn't paying attention because those two receivers ran everybody off on that top side, and he had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Third down now for Alabama A&M. Third down from the Jackson State 21-yard line. 8:44 to go here in the first quarter. A&M getting in the play from the sideline. 18 seconds on the play clock. Glass again back in the shotgun. He has one back in the backfield with him. That man is in motion and gets set. Here's Glass. He's in trouble, and he is hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. A flag is down on the play in the secondary. And I'll tell you what, Coach, before this game, during the warm-ups, these two teams were talking to each other. Now we have a skirmish down there by the 10-yard line. So this could be an extension from the pregame ceremonies.
Wow. Look like Thayard is involved in it. I don't know what happened.
It was a good defensive play as Jackson State had Glass in the grasp, but he was able to throw it. He's a big, strong quarterback. He was able to throw it, but he threw it out of bounds. But flags came in the secondary.
Yeah, I don't know if it was their receiver, number 80. Yeah, I see Maynard jumping all over him over there. So it must be against them, Coach. That's a much-needed flag.
All right, we're waiting on the call here by the officials. They're talking it over. Again, Glass was in the grasp. Great defensive play by the JSU defensive line. He was about to be sacked, and he just threw it away. But in the secondary, two flags came in around the 5-yard line. So we're waiting to see what the call is and who the call is on. All right, it was a personal foul against Alabama A&M.
1-0, Coach.
Yeah, you're doing good. Unfortunately, we don't have a sideline man to test you today.
We got Brown up there.
Yeah, Brown can figure out what's going on.
That's exactly what happened.
I want to take a moment to say our condolences to Sam Brown. He lost his mother yesterday, and he, decided to come and do this game today. So we really appreciate that, man, and we send out our best to Sam.
Yes, we really do, and we'll keep you and your family in our prayers.
We appreciate it.
So this penalty is against Alabama A&M. What are they doing now, Coach?
I guess they're trying to figure out where to put the ball now.
Oh, have mercy.
Just mark 15 yards. Go.
That penalty is declined. Dead ball, personal foul, number 61 of the offense.
Wow.
So they had 2 personal foul penalties.
Wow.
Number 61, that sounds like an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dexter Fuqua, the second. He's a freshman out of Tanner, Alabama. And the receiver was Zabrian Moore. So like I said, that was a skirmish between these two during the warm-ups and as they walked through before the game, and they had to be separated. So it is 4th down and 23 and another timeout call by Alabama A&M as Jordan Bentley was slow getting onto the field. So another timeout, and we're going to take a break and try to sort this out. This is the Tiger Sports Network. 8:37 to go here in the first quarter. Alabama A&M shooting itself in the foot as they have backed the ball back to the 36-yard line after that personal foul penalty against A&M. Now it is third down and forever. Glass back in the shotgun for the Bulldogs. Jackson State showing a three-man front, and Glass is going to just punt it. No, he can't. He can't do that. Okay. The guy for Alabama A&M, he touched it at the 5. He batted it in the air, slid in the end zone, and said that's where they're going to down it. So where are they going to down it, at the 1?
Well, the official in the middle.
Okay, that was at the 5. So they call illegal touching. But that puts Jackson State in the hole now, Coach, because it is 1st and 10 from the 5.
Well, you remember a while back when we talked about flipping the field. You know, they flipped it now, and now Jackson State has to drive the length of the field.
Why didn't A&M just kick the field goal?
Probably didn't have that strong enough leg, Coach.
So Ponder remains in at quarterback. He throws it underneath, and it's batted down and incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good job of the offensive line picking it up. They brought the blitz. The offensive line picked it up. We just didn't get the completion.
Jackson State operating from left to right. They have it at their own 5-yard line. It is 2nd down and 10. JSU coming into this game 1-1 on the season. $8:25 to go, and another timeout by
Coach Mummy called a timeout.
That's 2. Jackson State spends 2 timeouts. Coach Mummy called that one? Yeah. The head coach is the only one that's supposed to call it. We'll be back after this.
So you haven't washed your lucky socks since that 4th quarter comeback 5 years ago. At C Spire, we get it. You'll do anything to help your team win, just like anything we do is inspired by you. We're your biggest fan, lucky socks and all. From business to home to wireless, our inspiration is always you. C Spire, customer inspired. For a limited time, get up to 50% off Galaxy S9. Details at cspire.com.
Did you know that over 90% of small businesses that lose their computer data due to a disaster will close within a year? Protect your computers with TeamLogic IT. TeamLogic IT will proactively monitor your systems 24/7, back up your data, protect against viruses, and respond immediately when there's a problem. Keep your small business in business. Call Harold Loving at 601-878-1900 or visit us online at teamlogicit.com/JacksonMS.
Here on 2nd down and 10, Ponder going deep down the middle, and it is through the hands of Carl Ollie. He had his fingertips on the football, couldn't hold on to it at midfield. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, they just challenged them vertical that time. Just isolation on a one-on-one route.
You know, this is a team that you can throw on, so if the air raid offense is to get started, they can do it against Alabama A&M. Here's Ponder again, throws across the middle. It is incomplete, had a man open at about the 35. He just didn't see him, Coach.
I don't know. He was wide open, Coach. I don't know how he missed that one. I mean, he was wide open. You could have threw it to me and hit me, Coach.
Show could. It is now 4th down.
Great call by Coach Mummy, Coach. I mean, he was wide open. They're leaving the middle of the field open, so you're going to have to attack the middle of the football field.
Jock went on to punt this away, and that was a good call by Maynard to pooch punt that. So this is going to give Alabama A&M some great field position as they have their receiver back at the 40-yard line. No pressure applied to Jockman. This is a good kick. Wow, driving him all the way back to the 45, but a flag is down. Jenkins picks it up and is brought down near midfield, but a flag is down on the play, Coach.
Yeah, good job of flipping the field for Jockman. You remember, he did a good job of that last year for us.
Absolutely.
But that flag was thrown all the way back here on the 40.
That punt by Jackson State brought to you by Porter's Insurance. So the officials talking it over. Tell you what, Alabama A&M is killing itself with penalties there, Coach.
Yeah, they are, Coach.
That was a holding penalty on Alabama A&M. That's going to push the Bulldogs back into their own territory at about the 45-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Coach, you can't beat a good football team with penalties. So now it's an opportunity for us to take advantage of it.
7:58 to go here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Now they're moving the ball back, and they're going to spot it at the 35. So they bring it back 10 more yards, and this is where A&M will start from its own 35. And like you said, they did flip the field. What are you searching for there, Coach? Okay, we just have this one there, Coach.
Oh, here it is, Coach.
Okay, I know you're nervous.
Coach, I
know the air raid got you nervous.
I played Thursday, Coach, so
know the air raid got you shaking up, Coach.
I just want to see it do well, Coach.
On first down for the Bulldogs. A gain of a yard.
2nd and 9.
You know, I'm still waiting to see the air raid offense. It was so talked about going into the season, and we hadn't seen it yet.
Maybe it just takes time.
Does it need some fuel?
It just takes time.
I'm getting a little impatient with the air raid. All right, so it's 2nd down for A&M. Here's Glass taking the snap. Here comes the pressure. Hit as he throws, and he gets it away, but a great tackle by the JSU defense. Making a tackle for Jackson State is Hampton, as well as Malik Hammer, and a loss of 2 yards back to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, they read that play perfect, Coach. They faked a little pass to the left and came back with the running back screen right, and those those linebackers read it perfect.
Under 7 minutes to go here in the first. Jackson State, Alabama A&M, no score. The Bulldogs facing 3rd and long. 3rd down and 11 from their own 33-yard line. They have to get it to the 45 for a first down. Glass back in the shotgun. He has 5 receivers in the game. Glass, he falls down at the 25, and the turf monster tackled him, Coach.
Yeah, I got him, Coach. And it's a flag. Oh, Coach, we got a flag back here maybe on Jockman. Is that Jockman?
What?
He threw it on the sideline, Coach.
What would Jockman be talking about?
I don't know, Coach. Sideline warning. First warning.
Okay, that's sideline warning. So now that was considered a sack.
Yes. By the turf monster.
All right, so that sack brought to you by Richard Schwartz and Associates. Now 9 and all 8. So this will give JSU great field position as Newman is standing back at his 30-yard line.
We're getting a lot of opportunities offensively, Coach, but we have to convert on 3rd downs.
So A&M will punt it away. Oh, it's a high snap, and he's mishandled, and he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. What a play by the Jackson State special teams, and a mistake by the long snapper of Alabama A&M.
Byron Washington on the play right there, Coach. When the ball bobbled in the air, Mr. Washington ran and made the play. I mean, it was a great play. Now we have an opportunity. We're inside the red zone. We talked about this earlier. Special teams and defense, Coach. We have it where we want it. We just need to punch it in from the 5-yard line.
Jackson State inside that Stifel Investment red zone. JSU has not picked up a first down in this game yet, Coach.
No, they have not, Coach. They're 0 for 2 on third down conversions.
First and goal for Jackson State. From the Bulldogs' 5-yard line. In the backfield is Terrell Kennedy. Ponder remains in at quarterback. He's underneath center. There's a snap. He gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line.
Just trying to run an outside zone right there. Here comes Jordan Johnson just entered the game. So you have Kennedy and Johnson in the backfield this time.
Jackson State in their red socks. It is red out here at this ball game. They have red sleeves, another blue and white jerseys. The numbers are trimmed in red. The helmets have a red stripe on it. Ponder back in the shotgun on second down and goal from the 4. He gives it to Jordan Johnson. Jordan at the 1, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
That's the one I was telling you about, Coach. You have to feed him, Coach. Give him the football. If we want to get it in the end zone down here on the 5, give him the football. He has great balance, great strength in his legs, and he just put, it was just his second effort. We got stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but the second effort from him actually helped him push it in.
This is the first time Jackson State has led in the first quarter this season as the Tigers take a 6-0 lead pending the outcome of this point after. Ronza Anderson will snap it. There's a snap, ball placed down, the kick is up, and it is good. 5:38 to go here in the first. Jackson State 7, Alabama A&M nothing. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
Jackson State University football brought to you by Watkins Auto Sales. There's no credit check. Do your own financing. Located across from the Jackson Metro Center and Highway 80 West, Watkins Auto Sales.
All right, 5:38 to go. Jackson State gets on the board first on a 4-yard touchdown run by Jordan Johnson. That touchdown brought to you by Zaxby's. And we'll hear more from Zaxby's during the break. It's a short kickoff as A&M fields it at the 10-yard line. He's up to the 15, 20, 25, finds a hole, and he is knocked down after taking it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Just tried to run a middle return right there. I mean, another flag on the field, Coach. Over on Alabama A&M sideline, 2 flags. The officials are going to have to get control of this football game.
Curious to see how many penalties Alabama A&M has now.
I'm looking at number 6 out there that's running those kicks. That's Coach former Brian Jenkins from Alabama State. That's his son, Coach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jenkins, formerly at Alabama State.
Yes.
He didn't last long there.
Nah, it's not good when you.
Let's take a look now at the Hope Credit Union scoreboard update in Dallas. Wow, another personal foul penalty. All right, we have personal foul penalties called on both teams. They need to settle this down. We're taking a look at the Hope Credit Union SWAC scoreboard update in Dallas. Prairie View and Grambling battling it out. Alcorn is at Southern University. Southern's homecoming there, and Pine Bluff is playing Florida International. On 1st and 10, spin move by Bentley, and he makes a nice run across the 35, the 35 rather, to about the 37. And we want to also send our condolences out to the young basketball player from LSU who was shot and killed last week near the Southern University campus. Tragic situation, man.
Yeah, Coach. Condolences out to the Sims family. It happened after our football game on Thursday night, actually. So just keep them in our prayers.
Absolutely. Again, A&M going with the ground game. Not much there as big old Darius Woods, the senior from Jacksonville, Florida, wraps him up for no gain.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to run against our defense, Coach. I think they were better off trying to do that little short game stuff, but our defense has been playing tremendous football.
Oh, no. Normally when they shut them down on the Jumbotron, they end up with a first down. So it's third down.
You need to tell them stop showing.
Yeah, they need to stop showing. It's 3rd down and 4. Glass back in the shotgun. Glass fires across the middle, and like I said, it's a first down. Stop showing that man.
We're going to send a message up there. They just ran a quick slant on us. And what they're doing is with the number 2 receiver by the young man being so far off, Kadarius Paul being so far off, the quick slants are there.
A&M now with it at Jackson State's at their own 45-yard line and flags down before the snap of the football. And this is going to be against Alabama A&M.
Wow. Yeah, they're really getting a lot of penalties, Coach. I believe they're right at maybe number 6.
Yeah. This is the W.C. Gordon Football Classic. The first home game of the year for Jackson State is named in honor of Jackson State's all-time winningest coach, W.C. Gordon, who tossed the corn before the ball game. So first down and 15 for the Bulldogs from their own 40-yard line. They can pick up the first down at the Jackson State 44. Another screen pass to the right side. And nice tackle on the play by Kendrick Paul, the sophomore from New Roads, Louisiana.
That was a good job by Kendrick Paul fighting off that block. They tried to throw the bubble screen to that number 3 receiver, and he just fought it off and made the play. So that's a great defensive play by that young man.
Second down.
2nd and 12 for A&M.
And about 14 for the Bulldogs. Jackson State leading 7-0 with about 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. JSU scored on a 4-yard touchdown run by Jordan Johnson after a muffed snap by the punter. Here's Akil Glass back in the shotgun again, fires along the left side toward the sideline. It is incomplete. And his receivers covered pretty well there, Coach.
Yeah, they were, Coach. But here's when you know that you're getting a lot of pressure by that front 3 and front 6 is when the offensive linemen start cutting. You don't want to match up man to man. They want to start cutting now, Coach. So that's when you know you're really getting after them defensively.
All right, they're playing that shut them down again, so here comes a first down.
Do you have
I need to unplug that.
We can text somebody.
Watch. Here come a first down.
No, Coach.
All right, Glass back in the shotgun to throw. He has time. Glass steps up in the pocket. He's sacked, and they did shut him down, Coach.
That's a good job right there. Khalil Johnson right there, Coach. I mean, he kept putting pressure. That group, again, like we said earlier, those guys have to play well.
Khalil Johnson, the junior out of Jackson. He played at Provine High School, and he certainly is coming into his own here at Jackson State. So A&M will have to punt it away on this 7th play of this drive. Newman back at his own 20-yard line. Here's a punt. It's blocked again. And it manages to get a roll to the 30. So the block punt, it did go a few yards.
It goes back to what we said earlier, Coach. Defense, special teams. Until we can get the air raid going, Coach.
All right, so Ponder remains in at quarterback here on first down and 10. Jackson State at his 35-yard line. That punt was blocked, but it was more deflected than blocked because it traveled about 25 yards to the 35-yard line. And this is where Jackson State will start with 2:03 to go here in the first quarter. The Tigers lead at 7-0. Ponder in the shotgun. Back to throw. Has time. Looking. Throwing deep down the middle. The man is open at the 30. The catch is made, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Rameek Wallace with the catch.
Good job of working the middle of the field. The middle of the field is so wide open, Coach. And they just ran the number 2 receiver up the middle, and he bent it in, and he was wide open. There's nobody in the middle.
That first down brought to you by AARP. Jackson State at the Bulldogs' 25-yard line as they get closer and closer to that Stifel Investment red zone. 2 backs in the backfield with Ponder. He's going to hand it to Jordan Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson inside the 15, 10. Johnson banged down at about the 6-yard line. Another AARP first down as Johnson takes it inside the Stifel red zone.
Coach, they just ran a lead from the split backfield. I mean, he has such great pad level, and he had guys bouncing off him. I mean, it's so much to say about this young man, Coach.
First and goal for Jackson State from the A&M 7-yard line. Ponder in the shotgun. He got Jordan Johnson in the backfield. Ponder throws towards the end zone. A man wide open, but he threw it too long. Shoemake made the catch, but he was wide open in the end zone, man. How do you miss that throw, man?
You got to see him quicker, Coach. He didn't see him, Coach. You got to see him quicker. Perfect call by, his man coverage. They ran a little smash route by the 1, and the 2 receiver ran to the corner, and he was wide open. Just threw it out of the end zone back there by the golf cart.
Second down and goal for Jackson State from the Bulldogs' 7-yard line. Shoemake was wide open in the left corner of the end zone. Ponder threw it a little bit too long. Here we go. He's going to hand it off, and not much there for Jackson State.
It's fumble, Coach. They fumbled.
What they're going to say was down.
This guy in a white hat,
Keyshawn Harper was spinning around, and he lost the football.
At the 9-yard line.
But see, the officials need to blow the whistle, Coach. Nobody blew the whistle.
I thought I heard a tee-tee.
Yeah, that was when he was on the 40, though, Coach.
Okay.
He was down to the 40 by the end. See, once the beanbag came out, it's like he threw it out.
So who overrode the beanbag? Anyway, it's Jackson State's ball now at the 9-yard line of Alabama A&M. Okay, you heard the official say the forward progress rule stopped. 52 seconds to go. Jackson State with it at A&M's 9-yard line. It is 3rd down and goal for Jackson State. Oh, we have a review here. So the play is under review there, Coach.
Wow.
Let's see if they show it here on the Jumbotron.
Maybe
you seem to think it was a fumble.
Coach, it looked like a fumble because he was spinning, Coach. Let's see if we can get our television.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, today is your day to connect with AARP. They're here in our state, working hard to make it an even better place to live, work, and play for people of all ages. So check out their Fraud Watch workshops or Prepare to Care classes for caregivers and help AARP push for the issues that matter to you and your family. Or just connect with them at exciting local events and volunteer opportunities. Let's take on today and everyday Tiger fans. Learn more at aarp.org/ms.
The greatest impact we can have on the future is teaching our children to live healthy at home, at play, and at school. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our schools to support them in being places where our children learn about healthy habits and where they are empowered to achieve full academic potential. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi is building a healthy Mississippi.
All right, Coach Hughes breathing a sigh of relief because the ruling on the field that it is Jackson State's football. 3rd down and goal. Eat a chili in the coach, dude. All right, here we go. 3rd down and goal. Ponder back in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Has time. Looks, throws. Incomplete. He was trying to dump it across the middle of the alley, who was well covered, so it's going to bring up 4th down.
You have a flag on the play, Coach.
Looked like could be holding on Jackson State there, Coach.
Yeah. But he was covered in the.
Oh, something like that. Illegal formation on JSU. So it's going to bring on Jockman, who was fantastic in his last outing. He went 4 for 4 on field goals, with 3 of those from 40 yards out.
Yeah, he was fantastic on that, Coach. And, you know, these are opportunities when you have to get points down here. I mean, defense, special teams created us a turnover on the 10. We got to be able to get points, you know, touchdowns out of that.
All right, this will be a 26-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Ronza Anderson, the long snapper for JSU. There's a snap, ball placed down, the kick is up, high enough, long enough, and it is good. Jockman, the reigning SWAC Special Teams Player of the Week. Jackson State extends to a 10-0 lead with 36 seconds to go. We're back after this.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield, AARP, Zaxby's, and C-Spire.
All right, 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jackson State leading Alabama A&M 10-0. Elsewhere, Prairie View leading Grambling 6-0 in Dallas. There's the kick. It's fielded at the 13. Is up to the 20, 30, and brought down. Great job by the JSU special team. Have another flag coming in after the play. You had these Alabama A&M players, man. I don't know why they're so emotional with Jackson State, and they're causing their own team some trouble.
Coach, I mean, let me say this, Coach, and I don't. Coach Maynard just got there, and I'm a firm believer if you give him time, he'll get the discipline. I've never seen an undisciplined football team like I'm seeing tonight.
Oh, I have not either.
This is. I mean, the guy back was turned, and you dove in the back of his legs, Coach. I don't understand that.
So another personal foul penalty against Alabama. A&M is going to push them back to the 18. No spot it. Oh, no. Is he still walking back with it?
Yeah.
Okay. With the 18.
And they're not getting 5-yard penalties, Coach. Or 10-yard. They're getting 15 a pop. They're not getting 5 penalties, Coach.
Yeah, they bypassing 5 and 10. Going straight to 15. All right, Glass remains in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws across the middle. It is incomplete. Let's bring up second down and 10 with 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Good coverage right there by Derek Ponder, Coach. I mean, he was all over that guy like a blanket.
Derek Ponder, you playing defense too? They didn't put him in at defense?
I'm sorry, that's
They didn't put him in.
They
got tired of the air raid and put him in.
Two number. They had 2 number
12
on
defense. What? All right, here we go. Second down.
Coach, they have 2 number 12s, Coach. All right. Confused me on that one.
That's gonna run the first quarter out.
Trust me, he's not on defense.
Will they snap it before the end of there's 5 seconds left, down to 4. They do snap it. And a great job, a great tackle in the backfield by the Tigers, which will bring up 4th down, and that will end the first quarter play. The Stake Field first quarter for Alabama A&M. Jackson State leading 10-0. We're back with the second quarter after this.
It's another fun day at the Brown home. Cindy and Tasha are busy playing outside and acting like they own the world. Their mom, Whitney, is watching them, thinking how wonderful it is to see them having such a great time. But it wasn't too long ago that this happy play party would have ended too soon. Before Whitney joined Hope Credit Union, she would have to load the kids into the van and head to the branch to do her banking. But since joining Hope, She can do almost all of her banking from anywhere by using the free Hope mobile app. Now she can make deposits by simply taking a picture on her smartphone. She can check her balances, transfer funds, and even pay her bills. It's so convenient. And today, instead of that long drive to the branch, Cindy, Tasha, and Whitney can enjoy their time together doing something fun. Why not make your life more enjoyable? Call 800-284-1363 to join Hope Credit Union today and download the mobile app. Remember, it's free. Hope Credit Union. Better banking, better lives. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Jackson State University football brought to you by Bowden's Body Shop, providing collision repair and all makes and models. They have served the Jackson area for over 40 years. Call 601-355-3485. It's your choice. It's your vehicle. Choose Bowden's Body Shop.
All right, Jackson State's track team being honored tonight or this afternoon, and we would like to invite you to the inauguration of Jackson State President Dr. William Bynum. It's going to be Thursday, October 11th through Sunday, October 14th. The event will feature Marvin Sapp, and this is a fundraiser for student scholarships. There was also a First Lady Scholarship Luncheon Friday, October 12th at the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. For more info, just log on to jsums.edu.
Just a little short. Again, give Carlos a round of applause.
Again, in Dallas, Prairie View leading Grambling 6-0. Alcorn Southern University a little bit later this evening, and Pine Bluff is playing at Florida International. That is your Hope Credit Union SWAC scoreboard update. So it is 4th down for Alabama A&M, and they will punt it away. JSU will get good field position here from this short kick. And Jackson State touched it, and it may be Alabama A&M's football. This could be a big mistake on the JSU special teams.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
When that ball is in the air, if you tell you, I think you holler poison or something like that.
No. Yeah, well, everybody has their own word, but everybody usually saying, Peter, get back. And when you see your teammates waving their hands, that means get from around it.
So who gets the football? They give it to Jackson State. So JSU dodged a bullet. They certainly dodged a bullet.
Forest Hill High School. Morton High School.
Jackson State will have it at its own 42-yard line. The Tigers lead it 10-0 here to open the second quarter. Jackson State University would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of student scholarships and the inauguration of its 11th president. The gold sponsors, Copeland & Johns Incorporated, general contractors, Davini Construction, Baker Services Deposit Alternatives, LLC, James Barksdale. The silver sponsors include Yolanda R. Owens, Jackson State's National Alumni President, Doctors E.C. Foster and Bevelyn Foster, Balch and Bingham LLP, Dr. John and Mrs. Mary Peoples, Dallas Printing, and Regions Bank. All right, they're going to re-kick it, Coach?
Yeah, they're going to re-kick it, Coach. You had 5 men in the backfield or something.
What was it?
Something. 5 men in the backfield, Coach. I've never heard of that. No, but they, in layman's term, illegal formation.
Okay. Again, Jackson State, this is red day, red out day. JSU in their blue jerseys with the white numbers trimmed in red. They have the blue pants with the white stripe, the red socks, the blue helmets with a red stripe along the helmets, and the familiar JSU logo. See, this is looking like the JSU teams of old during the days of Big Country.
That's what football, not my former teammate. But Ashley said he was going to bring the red back. Remember in Birmingham, he told us that.
All right, so Warren Newman standing back at his own 39-yard line, awaiting this punt from Alabama A&M. He's standing back at his 5, so this will give JSU good field position. Again, it's blocked again. Blocked, and it bounces at the 20-yard line, and that's where Jackson State will take over. Great job by the JSU special teams.
Coach, we talked about it early on. Special teams and defense put you in position to have a short field. With this short of a field, Coach, we should be getting touchdowns instead of field goals.
So another blocked punt brought to you by Porter's Insurance and Jackson State. Inside that Stifel Investment red zone with a chance to put more points on the board. First down and 10 for Jackson State. Well, they're just outside that red zone at the 21. Ponder remains in at quarterback here on 1st and 10 for Jackson State. You have two receivers in the backfield with Ponder, Terrell Kennedy and Jordan Johnson. Ponder slaps his hands. He's in trouble, and then he flips it underneath to Kennedy. He's at the 20, 15, 10 on the near sideline, and he is upended and knocked out of bounds at the 6.
Just ran a little swing route right there, and everybody blitzed. Nobody, the person that was responsible for Ponder, he blitzed. I'm sorry, for Kennedy blitzed, and Ponder just dumped it off to him. Great decision that time by the quarterback.
That first down brought to you by AARP. First down and goal now for Jackson State from the A&M 7-yard line. Jackson State operating from right to left to open up this second quarter. Ponder underneath center. He's going to give it to Jordan Johnson. Johnson inside the 5. Johnson, touchdown.
Good job right there. Give it to Johnson. Get him in the end zone. He does a good job. He just ran straight dive that time, Coach. You know, people say dive, lead.
So Jordan Johnson with his second touchdown run of the day, and that touchdown brought to you by Zaxby's, and the Tigers extend to a 16-0 lead pending the outcome of this point after. Salazar will hold, awaiting the snap by Ronza Anderson, and Jockman will kick it away. There's the snap, ball placed down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Missed it.
Wow.
Point after attempt is no good with 14:05 to go in the first half in the W.C. Gordon Classic.
The Tigers lead at 16-0. We're going to take a break, and we're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network. Following the block punt, Jackson State turns it into a touchdown by Jordan Johnson, and the Tigers extend to a 16-0 lead early in the second quarter. Salazar kicks it away. It's a good kick. It's fielded at the 2-yard line. He's up to the 5, 10, angles to his left. Now hits in the middle of the field. Still on his feet, brought down at the 15. Here comes, guess what? Another flag.
God, they throwing some flags today, Coach.
It's against Alabama A&M again, Coach.
Coach, I'm telling you.
What are the stats?
They hadn't brought them up yet, Coach. But just undisciplined, Coach.
They have to have well over 10 penalties in this game.
So who do you blame for the undiscipline?
The coach. Who else?
Coach, they up. I mean, this is an undisciplined group, Coach.
I have never seen a team, man, it's been a while since, I would say, it's been a while since I've seen a team this undisciplined. And these two teams, I mean, I know they're SWAC East foes, but they're not really big rivals to each other. They were about to fight before the game, during the walkthrough, scuffle in the first quarter, and A&M hitting after the tackles. So on first down,
another flag,
another flag coming in. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, if they're trying to get somebody's attention, they got him, Coach. Now, the flag up on the 19 may be a shot to the back of the helmet. But I don't think you could call that targeting him. He was going down, the kid flipped up on he hit him and he set up.
Jordan Bentley going out of the ball game. He looks to be shaken up for Alabama A&M. He's one of those good running backs that A&M has had over the years.
He took the shot to the back of the head, Coach.
So he's going out of the ball game. A&M starting to walk backwards. Now they're near their own goal line right now. 13:48 to go here in the second quarter.
One good thing with them being back here, Coach, our defense, is subject to pin them, get a safety or something. Normally happens.
On the offense, number 43. Personal foul. Targeting on the defense, number 36. 36 has been disqualified. The previous play is under review.
Wow.
Now that's Elvia Payton. He's been injured. Now he's a really good player for Jackson State. This is his first game back since the Southern Miss game, and he's just been called for targeting, and he's been ejected. Now they're going to look at this and see if that justifies him getting ejected.
Coach, I don't think it justifies, because when the young man was hit the first initial contact, he went down, and when he went down, he bounced back. The young man was already in motion to come help his teammate on the tackle, and he just happened to raise back up and got the back of the helmet. So I don't think he did it intentionally.
All right, so they are looking at this play. This is Red Out Day. It's high school day. It's the W.C. Gordon Football Classic. And Jackson State leads it 16-0 with 13:48 to go in the second quarter. And here's the call.
The ruling on the field for targeting is confirmed. Number 36 has disqualified himself.
Wow. That's a big blow to Jackson State, because they were just getting Peyton back. And now he has been ejected, so he's going to the locker room. He's going to take all that red stuff off.
He can't even come back out in warm-ups, Coach.
No. He can't even watch halftime.
I think that was a bad call, though, Coach.
First down and 10, but A&M with their backs to the wall. Here's a throw on first down. The catch is made, and it's a pickup of about 15 yards up to the 26 and a first down for Alabama A&M.
Little out route thrown to the receiver for Alabama A&M. Mr. Miles is his last name.
A&M going with that no-huddle offense on 1st and 10 from its own 26-yard line. They go with the ground game this time. Not much there against that Jackson State defense.
Again, Hampton on the tackle. His name has been called an awful lot tonight.
Carry for A&M to the 30-yard line.
If the offense is called air raid, the defense should be called ground raid or something, because they really have been playing well this year.
They have. Points and all. They've been scoring a lot of points, and special team has been doing a great job. Air raid, ground raid. What about special teams?
Oh, yeah. What do we have to call a name for them?
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Everybody living up to their nickname.
Well,
another first down run for Alabama A&M.
Again, it's the 43-yard line.
Well, the ground raid is doing a good job, Coach.
All right. A&M picks up another first down. They have it now at their own 38-yard line. There's a quick pass to the left side on the far side, and the catch is made. Another first down for A&M as they take it to midfield with about 12:19 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about A&M quarterback, Coach. He has a nice, decent arm now, arm strength.
Absolutely.
Those balls are not hanging in the air too long.
A&M again going with the running game. This is Bentley. He picks up no yards on the play. Great stop by the JSU defense led by Malik Hammer.
Yeah, I wonder when they're going to figure out, as long as the Hammer man and his gang is in there, they won't be able to run, Coach.
They give him a yard on that carry. Under 12 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 0. Glass, again, back in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. And he throws, it is incomplete. He had pressure applied to him by Eric Bowie. And that pass incomplete.
Yeah. What they were trying to do was get the ball to the middle of the field with those two receivers running across, but Jackson State was in good position to make that stop. Another big third down stop right here.
Third down, 9 to go for Alabama A&M from the Jackson State 49-yard line. Three-man front for the Tigers. Glass back in the shotgun. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers in the game. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Glass claps his hands, and that may be delay a game, but no flags. He throws across the middle. It is incomplete. No flags down. Glass was frantically trying to get his center to snap the football, so it's going to bring a fourth down there, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. He was just trying to work the middle of the field. Once Jackson State brought the pressure, they brought one more than they can block. So once they brought the pressure, the three-receiver blitz suggests and tried to work the middle of the field where the linebackers left from, but the safety came down and did a great job of covering.
Now, will the head coach of Alabama A&M go for it here, Coach?
No.
Warren Newman back deep to receive.
He's going to try to play it safe, Coach.
A&M will punt it away. Spencer Corey will do the kicking duties. Warren Newman standing back at his own 10-yard line, and they're going to fake it.
Wow.
Corey gets the first down as he takes it inside the JSU 30 down to the 25-yard line. I knew something sneaky was going to happen, Coach.
You know, and I almost said that, but I just didn't think he would do it. But knowing Cornell Maynard, Coach, he would throw the kitchen sink, Coach, if he has to get a victory.
Wow, they caught Jackson State totally off guard.
Yeah, it did, Coach. And, you know, I should have known he would pull something like that out of his hat. I mean, we've had a ton of battles against each other.
And the reason I thought he would do something tricky like that because they don't have much going on offense.
Nothing.
The special teams has been a disaster. So they have the first down at Jackson State's 25-yard line. Here's Glass. Throws across the middle. It is incomplete. Back defending for Jackson State is Patrick Wheelock out of New Orleans.
He's still trying to throw that slant to that inside receiver. And I mean, Wheelock is all over him like a blanket. I mean, they're still trying to get it in there.
Second down, 10 for Alabama A&M. Glass back in the shotgun. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Flag is down if the catch was made near the first down marker at the 15. So this could be on A&M as well.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, they're short of the first down with a little hitch route, but these flags, if you take away that targeting penalty, that unsportsmanlike, now that's a very dangerous block when you do that.
Chop block,
yeah.
That's a 15-yard penalty?
Yes, you can end a guy's career with that.
And a chop block is when you have
one high and one low.
Yeah, one high, one low.
And you can't do that.
Wow, so that's going to push him back to the 40-yard line. They should rename their team Alabama Shoot Ourselves in the Foot with a pistol on the helmet. That's all they've been doing today, man.
They've been shooting themselves, Coach.
Second and forever.
Sack.
Oh, he's sacked from the back.
And a fumble.
A strip sack. The ball is loose, and it's still loose. And it's recovered by Alabama A&M. A flag comes down as they were in the pile. The ball is at the 46, all the way back to the 46. Now, it was already second down at about 25. If they did recover it, it's going to be third down at about 40.
But, Coach, what happened, the last man for Jackson State, they may say he jumped on top of the pile, Coach.
The ball was recovered by Alabama A&M. Personal foul. Pounding on late hit, number 61 of the offense.
That's on Alabama A&M, Coach.
Yes. Wow.
Coach, that's the offensive lineman for Alabama A&M, Dexter Fuqua. That's the second time he's been called for personal foul. Now, listen. Coach, listen to this. It's third down. They push the ball all the way back to the 30. So it's third down and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55.
Coach,
it's third and 50.
It's third and all the way back to Baton Rouge, Coach.
Third and 43.
God, people. Coach, they just, I've never seen. I'm going to have to start, God, unruly.
Third and 43. Okay, this is a screen pass, and he really can run for however long he wants to. He won't get the first down. So, wow, they had it at Jackson State's 25-yard line, and they lost.
Again, make some noise.
They lost about 30 yards,
30 yards, Coach. But again, if I was, and I think Coach Hughes need to continue to go after this punt because they can beat them on special teams. They see this.
Warren Newman
go after
to receive for the Tigers.
Somebody cooking up here?
I think that's coming out of the AD box, Coach. You might be just hungry, Coach. They say whenever you smell food, you're just hungry. Bless your heart. We're going to get some Zaxby's at halftime, Coach. Spencer Corey on to punt it away for Alabama A&M. It's a good kick. Newman fields it at the 15. He's up to the 20, 25, 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 33. So a nice punt by Corey.
Yeah.
Jackson State will start from the 33.
Good job right there. Coach, I'd like to say hello to my son. He's listening to us today, and I have some friends in Dallas listening. I have some friends in Tennessee listening, and I'd like to say hello to everybody.
All right. Your son doing okay, Coach?
He is, Coach. He's back in school, running around, and eventually he may want to play football again.
Tell him don't do that, Coach. Tell him to play golf. Tell him to play baseball. Don't play football no more, Coach. He's suffering a serious injury, man. I'm glad he's okay.
He's doing well.
All right, Ponder remains in at quarterback for Jackson State here on 1st and 10, 9:26 to go in the second quarter. Ponder throws out to the right side. He had a man open, but it falls short and incomplete.
Yeah, it fell about 3 yards short, Coach. I don't know if he just didn't step into the throw or what, Coach, but it was about 3 yards short.
He stepped into it. All right, it's second down. And 10. Jordan Johnson in the ball game for Jackson State in the backfield, standing to Ponder's right. Jackson State operating from right to left, a man in motion from left to right. And they hand it off. Not much there for the Tigers. Pickup of 2 to about the 34-yard line.
Just running the fake the receiver sweep to the right and just ran the power to the left with the guards pulling with Jordan Johnson. I mean, that seems like our best play right now with Jordan running the ball.
Absolutely. He's been hard to stop, man.
Yeah, he has, Coach.
Under 9 to go here in the second quarter. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M nothing. It is third down and 8 for the Tigers. They give it to Jordan Johnson. He runs it to his own man, spins off of that tackle, and it's brought down at the 40. A nice pickup on a play, but it's going to bring up fourth down and about 4 yards to go.
Good job just running his own left that time and kind of missed his cut and did not get the first down. Again, we're not converting on third downs, Coach. That's the fourth time we have not converted on third downs.
All right, this brings up another Porter's Insurance punt for Jackson State. As Jockman will punt it away. Back deep for Alabama A&M is Brian Jenkins Jr. He's standing back at his 25-yard line. There's the snap. Jockman gets it away. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce at the 20. It takes a Jackson State roll, picked up by Bentley, and why did they stop the play?
Did he call for a fair catch?
I really couldn't see from this angle. He may have, so that's why they down it at the 14-yard line. $7:50 to go here in the second quarter. Rob J., Darrell Asbury, Sam Brown bringing you the play-by-play story here on an overcast Saturday. Not a hot day today, Coach.
No, it's not. Very, very mild day, should we say, Coach. You know, they say a cool front is coming in.
Is that what they say?
Into Louisiana now. Let me say that, Coach.
Okay.
I don't know about
I know your phone is all Louisiana. Yeah. All right, on first down, A&M will go with the ground game. Not much there at all.
Well, once again, Coach, we talk about this. You know, defensively, it's hard to run on Jackson State. They have not been successful running on them.
So a loss of a yard on the play. On second down, that pass is complete up to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 3.
Wheelock was there on the coverage. I mean, it was good coverage right there. And then the young man caught it on the knee as well.
Third down and 3 for Alabama A&M from its own 20-yard line. Coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. A&M has not scored in this ball game. JSU with 16 points. Glass takes the snap, fires. The catch is made, and it's a first down pickup to the 31-yard line.
Just ran a little hitch route right there on the hash mark. The safeties are playing so far off, and they're going to have to walk those safeties down a little bit to take that away from them.
Oh, my goodness. Zaxby is coming to the booth there, Coach, and they have brought some treats for you.
Yeah, I know you can't wait, huh?
First down and 10. Another screen pass for the Bulldogs. The catch is made by Gary Quarles, the freshman from Cottondale, Alabama. A pickup of about 5 yards to the 35.
You know, Coach, it's always good when you can have 7 defenders around the football. That means the pursuit drills that they work in practice are paying off. And that's probably why Jackson State defense has been playing so well. They all rally to the football.
They give them 4 yards on that play. A&M now keeping it on the ground. Under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. They don't seem to be in too much of a hurry here, Coach.
No, they're not, Coach. Knowing Coach Maynard, he's going to probably try to take a shot at some point in time. He's trying to milk the clock where Jackson State does not get another opportunity.
Third down and about 6 for Alabama A&M from its own 37-yard line. Glass back in the shotgun, operating from left to right, and a flag down before the start of this play.
Receivers were not set, Coach.
It's going to be third down. This penalty is against Alabama A&M.
You know, I had one of these problems Thursday night. Once you see the play, get set, receiver.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they just walking around.
So it's third down and 11 now for Alabama A&M. They spot the ball at the Bulldogs' 32-yard line. They have to pick up the first down by getting it to the JSU 41. So that's not 30 and 11, it's 30 and 9. Who added that up? All right, another flag, man.
Delay a game, Coach.
Goodness gracious.
Coach, I guarantee you it's about 15 penalties. We may be cheap.
It may be.
We may be cheap.
It may be 20. It could be 20 penalties, Coach.
I can't wait to get the stat sheet at some point in time. Maybe
where you going to get it from? Stat sheet. Third down and 16. Glass back in the shotgun here. He has time, throws, the catch is made across the middle. Wow. He was smashed. Helmet comes off, but he picks up the first down at midfield. Making the catch for A&M is Marcellus Clash, and he was clashed on that play. Coach, another flag down,
another flag, Coach.
It's on the Alabama A&M side of the field.
Now he's going to have to come out for a play. But they just worked the middle of the field. The safety was so deep.
Even though his helmet was knocked off?
Yeah, he has to come out for one play. That's the new rule.
This is amazing.
Wow.
This is amazing how many penalties this team has. Does Jackson State have any? Jackson State have 2 penalties in this game.
Two penalties.
Okay, number 75 is Shanye Reams. This whole offensive line has killed this team today.
Well, see, what's happening is if the offensive linemen in the backfield, Coach, they just need to move up. You get lined up off of your center. So they're too far in the backfield.
So
but
this
the
is going to
offensive
push
line
the back.
coach should see that.
Yeah, whoever the offensive line coach is.
Yeah, he needs to see that,
Yeah.
I think.
Now it's third down and 21 now for A&M. There's a pass underneath. The catch is made. It's going to go pick up maybe about 10 yards to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So A&M will have to punt it away, and I know you can best believe that they won't be doing anything tricky right here.
They're going to punt it. They only have 10 seconds to get the ball off, though, Coach.
They're down to 7 now.
Yeah, it's going to be
6,
interesting, too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clock is at 0. And why didn't they?
I guess the referee hand tied, Coach.
Okay, Newman fields it at the 20s up to the 25-30. That ball was snapped way after the play clock was past 0. Yeah. All right, we're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same.
Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with businesses across the state to help them be places where people are encouraged to make healthy choices. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, we support you in the places you work every day. Because it's about you, your health, your life. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. Live healthy, live blue. It's good to be blue.
Swoosh.
Jackson State Athletics, along with the JSU Foundation, has entered a 5-year
All right, we're back at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 0. The story of this game has been penalties for Alabama A&M.
I mean, tons of penalties, Coach. I'm like I said, Coach, I've never seen these many penalties in one football game in all the years of watching it.
Not that I'm complaining, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is, Coach.
All right, so Jackson State has it 1st and 10 from its own 34-yard line. Now, if you're Coach Hughes with 3:47 to go, do you try to score some more points?
No, at the rate we've been playing, Coach, just run Jordan Johnson, run and put the defense back on the field, put the special teams back on the field.
All right.
And just get out the half, and then once the half get back started, then we continue to try to punch it in. But if we can take a shot, he may feel like we can get lucky and complete one, Coach.
All right, Derek Ponder remains in at quarterback for Jackson State on 1st down and 10. The Tigers with the ball at their own 34-yard line. They're operating from right to left. This is red out day. Ponder back to throw. Fires deep down the left side. And
this pass from Ponder is incomplete.
I mean, a miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. Run the football, get the 1st down. Let's get out of the half with 16-point lead, and let's regroup.
The pass is incomplete. So
I'm not a prophet, Coach.
All right. So it's 2nd down and 10. Ponder again. He'll hand it off this time to Jordan Johnson. We have flags down. Johnson at the 40, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 34. He was banged out of bounds. But flags down, and may bring this one back.
But again, you take the flags away. We're down here on what, the
27, something like that.
Again, run Jordan Johnson.
Absolutely.
Let's get out the half. Coach.
He's hard to stop, man. He certainly is. How many times do you think you would give him the ball during the game? You don't want to run him to death, I guess.
My guy got it last night 25 times, Coach.
Okay.
200.
And that's high school.
40 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan's he's a tough guy. So this flag is going to be on Jackson State. They're going to bring this long run back with 3:30 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at the half. Okay. That holding is on, first penalty was on Amari Ketchens. Second penalty that was accepted is on Melvin Hollis, the junior out of Jackson, played at Provine High School. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk with Mariah Bryson of Zaxby's, and she's going to tell us about all the good treats at Zaxby. They're one of our main sponsors here for Jackson State football, and Zaxby is a big fan of Jackson State sports there, Coach.
Yeah, I smell it. I'm a big fan of Zaxby's.
I can tell. So second down and long now for JSU. Second down and about 20. The Tigers with the ball at their own 24-yard line. Ponder in the shotgun for JSU. Two receivers in the game, one to the right, one to the left. Here's Ponder back to throw, has time. Now he is in trouble, and Ponder goes down. Did he lose the football? Ball loose on the ground, but it's recovered by the JSU offensive line.
Run the ball, Coach. Get out the half, Coach. Run the ball.
Okay, so Ponder is sacked. His first sack of the ball game by Alabama A&M is going to put the ball back now at the JSU 19-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jackson State 16, the Bulldogs 0. Ponder again back in the shotgun on third down. Here's a flag again. Pass underneath to Jordan John. Good tackle by Alabama A&M. That's a good form tackle right there. Now in the NFL, they would have said that was roughing somebody. But Romeo Fields makes the tackle, but a flag is down.
It's going to be look like they're winding the wrist.
Offense, illegal formation, number 64. That penalty is declined, fourth down.
Number 64. Jackson State called for that penalty. As Charles Moffitt, the junior out of Gulfport, Mississippi, played at Harrison Central. You ever been to Harrison Central, Coach?
I have not, Coach. I haven't had the privilege to get down there, Coach.
All right, fourth down now. Fourth down for Jackson State. They're going to punt it away. Didn't use much time on their clock. I think they just used a minute.
Yeah, that's why, I'm not trying to be hard on anybody, Coach, but, you have a 16-point lead. Take time off the clock. Run the clock. Your defense is playing well. Special teams are playing well. Sometimes you just have to ride off of that until you can get the air raid going in the direction.
All right, we're back with more after this on the Tiger Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State leading 16-0, but Alabama A&M has it first and 10 from its own 41-yard line after that punt by the Tigers. Here's Glass throwing it out to the left side. The catch is made. He has room to run. He's at the 40 of JSU. Now pushed out of bounds at the 37. So A&M with plenty of time now, Coach. About 2 minutes here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that time they just sprinted right towards Jackson State sideline and threw a screen back to the outside receiver screen to number 8, Glass out there.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Jackson State 38. They go up the middle. A nice run on the play as he takes it inside the 25 down to the 20-yard line of Jackson State, and another first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, they've been running that play all night, and they finally got the mileage out of it that time. They won a little short trap by the guard pulling around.
First and 10, A&M again with the ground game as they go inside the 10, down to the 5. Nice run by the Bulldogs. Another first down as they now get it closer to the goal line.
Carry by Walters to the 3-yard line.
That was Trayvon Walters, a senior from Florida.
Same play that time, Coach. They see something in the defense to where they keep doing a little fold block to create that bubble in the middle.
First and goal, they give it to Walters again. He bounces off the left tackle, and he walks in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, A&M.
Alabama A&M scores, and they are back in the ball game, Coach. Only down 16-6, pending the outcome of this point after.
Yes, Coach, and that was, you know, some of the reasons, the philosophy behind, you know, milk the clock, run the football, and take time out where they cannot get the football back. You know, and just hope this momentum doesn't shift their way for the rest of the game, because they get the ball back the second half.
Here's a point after. The snap is placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 7. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Safeguarding the money of others as if it were our own. At Stifel, it's their guiding principle. For more than 125 years, investors like you have trusted Stifel to help them pursue their financial goals and leave a legacy for future generations. Stifel, Nicholas & Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC. Stifel Investment Services since 1890.
Join JSU on Thursday, October 11th, as we celebrate the inauguration of Dr. William B. Bynum Jr., 11th President of Jackson State University, at the President's Inauguration Celebration Dinner, featuring Grammy nominee Marvin Sapp. This special event will be held at 6 p.m. at the Jackson Convention Complex. Purchase tickets and learn more about all inauguration activities at jsums.edu/inauguration.
A minute 27 to go here in the second quarter. Jackson State leading Alabama A&M 16-7. Now, we keep you in mind that last week, Southern had a 21-6 lead over Alabama A&M, and the Bulldogs came all the way back and almost won that game. So this is not a time to rest for JSU.
No, it is not.
We're going to take another break and come back with more after this on the Tiger Sports Network. Back at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, we're a minute 27 seconds away before the half. A&M with a little pooch kick, and it is fielded by the up back for Jackson State at the 30, and he's fumbles on the play, but it is recovered by the Tigers. That's what Alabama A&M was betting on, and it almost happened.
Yeah, it did, Coach. Now that's the second time Jackson State that ball has slipped out of there. We just got to do a better job protecting the football, special team-wise, but I think we'll be okay.
Matthew Harvey on the return for JSU. Fumbled the football. It was kind of snatched out of there by A&M. So JSU will start at its own 37-yard line. Again, at the half, we'll talk with a representative from Zaxby's, one of our main sponsors here at Jackson State University for Jackson State Athletics. First down and 10 for JSU. Tigers lead it 16-7. Ponder on first down, back to throw, and it's incomplete. And that stops the clock.
This pass is incomplete.
Coach, we have a minute and 14 on the clock. Run the football, Coach.
You got Jordan Johnson has not been stopped.
Hasn't been stopped.
He has been stopped, and you're throwing.
I don't understand. Coach is going to have to step in and say, "Listen, Coach, run the football. Let's get out of here and get to the half." I mean, it's football 101, Coach.
Minute 14 to go before the half. The clock stopped. A&M, you don't want to give them the ball back because if they get it back and score, they can get it back in the third quarter, at the start of the third quarter. So Ponder will wisely hand it off to Jordan Johnson. Jordan picks up about 4 yards across the 40 to the 41.
And see what happens when you're throwing the football, Coach, instead of running with this much time, you don't make them burn any timeouts. You know, that happened to us in Florida. We get a big play. Instead of Florida A&M.
Yeah, we ain't played on Florida.
Yeah, no.
We'll be back. He played on Florida. We'll be back.
We'll finish that conversation.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU Athletics. For all of your insurance needs, turn to a friend indeed. Porter's Insurance, located at 1020 University Boulevard, formerly known as Terry Road, offers protection coverage for all of your needs. Porter's has affordable comprehensive coverage for your home, car, life, health, and accident and commercial business needs. Learn more about Porter's Insurance at portersinsurance.com. Porter's Insurance and JSU, partners in our community.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same.
Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
All right, we're back at Memorial Stadium. There was a sack by Alabama A&M as Ponder was back to throw. Couldn't find anyone, and A&M calls a timeout, and they will get the ball back. It's 4th down and 10 with 58 seconds to go.
We lost yards on that as well, Coach.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, Coach. I mean, I understand it's 3rd and long. I understand that. But run the football. Make them burn their timeouts. You're still throwing the football, which means the clock will stop. They will have their timeouts on offense to go back down the field. I mean, it's somebody from the coach's press box down to the field should be relaying that to the offensive coordinator. Well, he doesn't have any headsets on, so they wouldn't hear him anyway, Coach.
4th down for Jackson State. Jock went on to punt it away. Jackson State got this ball with 1:17 left, so they didn't burn much time on that drive.
No.
It was 3 and out for JSU. Now, Jockman will punt it away. This will give A&M some good field position. They only have one more. I think they may be out of timeouts, though. So back deep for A&M is Brian Jenkins Jr. Standing back at his 33. There's the snap. Jockman gets it away. It's a low kick, fielded by Jenkins on the line drive. Nice tackle on the play by Jackson State Special Teams unit. That's DeAndre Williams on the tackle.
To the 37-yard line.
Great coverage right there. Great coverage.
So A&M will go with the no-huddle offense here with about a minute to go here in the second quarter.
We're sponsored by Zaxby's, proudly serving this community for 10 years. That's Zaxby's.
51 seconds to go here in the second quarter. That punt by Jackson State, brought to you by Porter's Insurance. It is 1st and 10 for Alabama A&M at its own 37. Glass steps up in the pocket, fires deep down the field. It is incomplete.
Good coverage right there. Excuse me. Good coverage right there. They were trying to hit the post.
C.J. Holmes defending for the Tigers.
But C.J. Holmes did a great job of covering that play up.
C.J. Holmes back defending, as you said, Coach. 2nd down and 10 for A&M. 46 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Jackson State 16, the Bulldogs 7. Glass, quick throw, catch is made, but standing right there to make the tackle was Markel Gladney.
Marcellus Clash on the reception.
Good job of just coming up, making the play.
Third down and short for A&M. Pass at midfield is complete. Another first down for A&M as they have it now at Jackson State's 49-yard line with 19 seconds to go.
They're going to probably throw it in the ground right here, clock it.
Glass will clock the football, and 14 seconds left here on second down and 10. The Bulldogs just across midfield at the JSU 49-yard line. 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Glass back in the shotgun here. Jackson State with all of their defenders standing back at the 40-yard line. Here's Glass taking the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws underneath. The catch is made. JSU will give him that. Yeah. And that may end the second quarter because A&M is out of timeouts. A lot of pushing and shoving. 7. Well, it's a first down the clock. And A&M clocks it with 4 seconds left. All right, 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. And you can believe that A&M will try the Hail Mary right here, Coach.
Yeah, they'll take a shot, Coach. And Jackson State will just rely on that front three to put some pressure. They'll probably go to their prevent or nickel package, what some people call it. It's pretty much the same. And the thing is, don't try to intercept the ball, knock it down.
All right, A&M at the Jackson State 37-yard line, second down and 10, 4 seconds left. Glass steps up. He's in trouble. He rolls to his right. Buying time, throws, and it's going to be way short. The catch is made, though, at the 13, but that will end the first half of play, Coach. So after one half of play, Jackson State looking impressive. Still haven't seen air raid offense like we thought we would see, but, you know, they lead at 16-7.
Yeah, Coach, we'll talk about it.
Okay, all right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll be back. We're going to talk with Mariah Bryson of Zaxby's, and we'll have some stats for you after the break. Stay with us.
So you haven't washed your lucky socks since that fourth quarter comeback 5 years ago. At C Spire, we get it. You'll do anything to help your team win, just like anything we do is inspired by you. We are your biggest fan, lucky socks and all. From business to home to wireless, our inspiration is always you. C Spire, customer inspired. For a limited time, get up to 50% off Galaxy S9. Details at cspire.com.
Join JSU on Thursday, October 11th, as we celebrate the inauguration of Dr. William B. Bynum Jr., 11th President of Jackson State University, at the President's Inauguration Celebration Dinner, featuring Grammy nominee Marvin Sapp. This special event will be held at 6 p.m. at the Jackson Convention Complex. Purchase tickets and learn more about all inauguration activities at jsus.edu/inauguration.
Jackson State University football brought to you by McCullum Physical Therapy, servicing all of your physical therapy needs on Highway 18 West. Call 601-487-8456, providing rehab from the heart.
All right, welcome back to Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State leading Alabama A&M at the half, 16-7. Joining me now here in the booth is Mariah Bryson of Zaxby's. Mariah, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
You doing okay?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, you got a busy day today?
Busy day, yes.
Is football season your busiest time? Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah, because we're the official chicken of sports, and then we're your official chicken of the touchdown sponsor. But we're currently feeding you guys now, and then we also are feeding your opponents today.
You feeding Alabama A&M?
Yeah,
awesome.
They brought in
$1,100
today.
Wow, that is fantastic. Now, when you talk about Zaxby's, you talk about football. Tell me why is Zaxby's so great for tailgates?
Zaxby's is great for tailgating because we can feed any type of party, no matter how small or big. We have finger foods and we have bundles of foods as well. So some of the new items that we have, we brought y'all some stuff over here. The new item we have is the new filet sandwich. So we have two different types. We have the sweet and smoky, which is going to have our backyard sauce, lettuce, and tomato. And then we have the TLC. So it's mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato. And they both come with a freshly battered and milk washed and breaded filet that we actually do in-house. And then we put it into our seasoned breader, and we cook it in the fryer, and it is so juicy it melts in your mouth.
Wow, we're talking with Mariah Bryson of Zaxby's, and we're just talking about some of the delicious items on the menu. How popular are these items? Do we have the most popular item on
You
the
have
menu?
the most popular items besides the actual fries that are here. Fries and toast are so huge. Our chicken wings, our chicken fingers, but they are so popular with all of the guests.
When you talk about the history of supporting college athletics, how does that go?
It goes hand in hand. So we have been actually in Jackson State community for over 10 years as far as helping the community. And we love to do this with not just you guys, but all of our Zaxby's.
And look at this hungry fella right here, already going at it right now. Look at him. He's our food taster.
Yes, quality assurance.
Yes, ma'am. Mariah Bryson is our guest here in the booth at halftime. And Mariah, tell us about the love that Zaxby has for supporting Jackson State athletics.
Oh, we love it. So like I said, we've been supporting Jackson State for 10 plus years. Wow. Our specific Jackson location has been built for 15, so I'm sure we've helped for almost 15 years. But for 10 plus years, we've been in the community. Community and fellowship is two very important things for Zaxby's.
All right, now who do you have with you?
This is Jason Bond. He's the general manager of the Flowood location.
Okay, that's Jason right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so whenever we want to know something or apply for a job, we go to Jason.
Yes, go to Jason.
All right, Mariah, anything else you'd like to add about Zaxby's, or how busy you guys are during this time of the season?
We just love supporting the football season, and we just love being able to be in the community and have that fellowship, our side of being in the community, not just in a store, because we're humans too, but
yes,
we just want to serve chicken with a smile, and we see it here all the time.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a real difficult question. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you brought food for Alabama A&M and Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win?
Jackson State.
Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate that. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add? Anybody want to say hello to? Your family, friends?
1788 Chicken. They're our actual licensee, so they're the ones that make this all possible.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mariah. We really appreciate it, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, Mariah Bryson, our guest here in the booth at halftime. Our halftime score: Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 7. We're back with more after the break. Welcome back to Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State leading Alabama A&M 16-7. JSU special teams creating most of the points for the Tigers. Muff punt by Alabama A&M resulted in a touchdown in the first quarter for the Tigers as Jordan Johnson took it in from 2 yards out. Then a block punt by Jackson State resulted in another Jordan Johnson touchdown run, and the Tigers lead it 16-7. A&M scored with about a minute to go before the half, and the Tigers at the half lead it 16-7. All right, looking at the stats here, Jackson State with 22 yards rushing, actually 62 yards rushing in this ball game. Alabama A&M 152 yards rushing. Total offense, Alabama A&M has rolled up 197 yards to Jackson State's 84. So looking at the stats, Coach, it looked like Alabama A&M would be running away with this ball game.
Well, Coach, when you look at the stats, if you don't have but 3 first downs, you have to remember Jackson State, the points that they did get, they did not drive the length of the field. Special teams and defense put them in position to make those plays. So you're going to have to improve offensively. You know, the numbers are showing.
Absolutely. So I'm looking at the penalties. Alabama, we thought for sure they would be well over 10 penalties, but they have 9 penalties for 104 yards, Jackson State, with only 2 penalties in this ball game. A&M with 22 minutes in the time of possession there, Coach.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm looking at you. Was just going to say what I was going to say, Coach.
JSU has not converted on third down at all in this ball game. They're 0 for 6, and they have not tried to conversion on fourth down, but Jackson State 3 of 3 in red zone chances. So Tigers somehow leading this game 16-7.
Coach, again, you have to be able to convert on third down conversions, 0 for 6. You only had the football 7 minutes in the first half, Coach. I don't know if Coach Maynard gets his team going if we can just have 7 minutes of offense. I mean, you know, you're going to have to do something and play smart.
Absolutely. So at the half, Jackson State leading it 16-7. Richard Myers just congratulated HUCB football. I don't know what that is, but he just said HUCB.
He forgot 2 letters.
He had them switched up. So, we'll take a break and come back. This is the Tiger Sports Network.
Hey Tiger fans, today is your day to connect with AARP. They're here in our state working hard to make it an even better place to live, work, and play for people of all ages. So check out their Fraud Watch workshops or Prepare to Care classes for caregivers and help AARP push for the issues that matter to you and your family. Or just connect with them at exciting local events and volunteer opportunities. Let's take on today and everyday Tiger fans. Learn more at aarp.org/ms.
I was just devastated. But it happened so fast. And I was literally in shock. I really didn't know what to do. A friend of mine had used Richard once before. If you need to call somebody, make sure you call Richard Schwartz because they're going to be on their job. Don't hesitate. Call Richard Schwartz.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. I'll work just as hard for you. I won't settle for $1 less than you deserve. Call 601-9 and all 8.
Free background information is available upon request. Richard Schwartz and Associates. One call. That's all.
Jackson State University football brought to you by Bolden's Body Shop, providing collision repair on all makes and models. They have served the Jackson area for over 40 years. Call Bolden's Body Shop at 601-355-3485. It's your vehicle, it's your choice. Choose Bolden's Body Shop.
All right, at the half, Jackson State leading Alabama. A&M 16-7. It is the W.C. Gordon Football Classic. And on the field right now is the Sonic Boom of the South Marching Band. We're going to take a listen.
The great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You know there can't be an HBCU experience without a fan. Introducing the thrill of a million eyes, reflecting J-Set, dancing to Sierra's new hit, Ghost.
Welcome back. The Zaxby's visit is very delicious. Tell you what, they really brought a platter of different items there, Coach.
They did.
Yeah. I see your jaw. See your jaws moving, Coach. But, Coach, what can Jackson State do here in the second half?
Just come out and just play sound football. Don't make the mistakes that we made in the first half. And be a little bit smarter offensively, Coach.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with more of the halftime show after this on the Tiger Sports Network. And we're back at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State jumped out to a 16-0 lead over Alabama A&M, but a late score by the Bulldogs have put them right back in the ballgame as they trail 16-7. And what's interesting about that is they get the ball back in the third quarter.
Very interesting, Coach. I mean, and that was one of my points, the reasons for saying let's just run the clock out, get through the half, because we knew they were going to get the ball back. Now you're talking about a two-possession game, compared to what it was.
Absolutely. Do you think Alabama A&M made some adjustments after that miserable first half in which they committed 9 penalties in the game?
Well, I'm sure that the biggest thing that he harped on was, and when I say he, Cornell Maynard, harped on was the penalties. Eliminate the penalties because they were moving the football a little bit now. Now, whether they were going to score or not is a different story, but they were kind of moving the football. So I'm sure he made some adjustments and harped on the penalties, Coach.
So at the half, Jackson State leading Alabama A&M 16-7. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter after this break on the Tiger Sports Network.
It's another fun day at the Brown home. Cindy and Tasha are busy playing outside and acting like they own the world. Their mom, Whitney, is watching them, thinking how wonderful it is to see them having such a great time. But it wasn't too long ago that this happy play party would have ended too soon. Before Whitney joined Hope Credit Union, she would have to load the kids into the van and head to the branch to do her banking. But since joining Hope, she can do almost all of her banking from anywhere by using the free Hope mobile app. Now she can make deposits by simply taking a picture on her smartphone. She can check her balances, transfer funds, and even pay her bills. It's so convenient. And today, instead of that long drive to the branch, Cindy, Tasha, and Whitney can enjoy their time together doing something fun. Why not make your life more enjoyable? Call 800-284-1363 to join Hope Credit Union today and download the mobile app. Remember, it's free. Hope Credit Union. Better banking, better lives. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Jackson State University football brought to you by Ritchie Automotive. 5320 I-55 North in Jackson. Go to the website at goritchie.com.
At the half, Jackson State leading Alabama A&M 16-7. Coach Rob J. Darrell Asbury, Sam Brown bringing you the play-by-play story on a beautiful evening here in Jackson, Mississippi. Again, we'd like to thank the fine people at Zaxby's for providing us with somewhat of a tailgate here in the press box.
And it was already cooked, too. You remember that, huh?
Absolutely, Coach. Elsewhere around the SWAC, Prairie View and Grambling are playing in Dallas. Last score we had, PVU leading Grambling 6-0. Now in the third quarter, the game has moved to the third quarter with the Panthers leading Grambling 15-2. How about that? And later this evening is Alcorn and Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff and FIU. SWAC scoreboard update brought to you by Hope Credit Union. Jackson State trying to maintain and make it 2 wins in a row, which would be Coach Hughes' first winning record in the month of September. Nice crowd here today, Coach. Nice crowd of fans.
Especially with the all red. It looks good, Coach.
Absolutely.
When we stand up and look down, it looks real good.
Ashley Robinson, the JSU athletic director, bringing back the red. He's bringing back the tradition. And he certainly have these stands filled with JSU red. You know, a lot of fans wanted to bring that red back to their uniform during the days of Coach W.C. Gordon.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, it's a tremendous. I mean, it looks good, Coach. I mean, even the kids, the players look good in it. You know, the biggest thing now, Coach, is I want to see, see us come out and finish strong and get our offense going and get out here with this win so these kids can go home and enjoy the rest of the evening. You know, with the early game, they can go home and enjoy the victory and then get ready for the next ball game, which will be, I think, Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Absolutely. And we kind of owe Pine Bluff on that loss last year.
Yeah, they skated out of there, didn't they, Cole?
Yeah, they did. All right, Coach. Again, a nice crowd of Jackson State fans. The JSU side, well attended.
Yeah, it is, Coach. I mean, it looks amazing.
It is high school day, and several high school bands and dance teams in the stands. And it was a nice rendition of the Sonic Boom of the South to honor the Greeks.
They're like the Boom don't want to get off the sideline.
No,
Coach.
they don't.
There's a bunch of them, Coach.
There's a bunch of them, Coach. It's going to take a while for them to move on out of here. All right, so here we go. Start the third quarter of play. Jackson State leading 16-7. Tigers scored in the first quarter on a 4-yard touchdown run by Jordan Johnson. Made it 7-0. Jackman would then kick a 27-yard field goal, extending the lead to 10-0. Then at the start of the second quarter, Jordan Johnson with a 7-yard touchdown run, and the Tigers extended the lead to 16-0. Just before the half, though, Alabama A&M would score to cut the lead to 16-7. All right, we start the third quarter of play. JSU will be kicking it away to Alabama A&M.
You know, Coach, Alabama A&M had, I don't know if you saw in the paper, those same sanctions that caught me at Texas Southern, they got hit with them.
Wow. So back deep for A&M, Brian Jenkins. He's the son of the assistant coach here at Alabama A&M. Also back deep for A&M is Gary Qualls. JSU will be kicking from left to right again in their blue jerseys with the white numbers trimmed in red, the blue pants with the white stripes. They have red socks, red sleeves, and they have the blue helmets with the JSU logo, but they have a red stripe along those helmets. So A&M showing a little fire on the sideline over there, Coach. They got to make me nervous.
Yeah, they don't have their band, so they need a little motivation from somewhere. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Very interesting.
All right, Salazar kicks it away, and it is returned up to the 32-yard line by Brian Jenkins, and Alabama A&M will have the football. First down and 10 to open up the third quarter. Akil Glass remains in at quarterback for the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. They trail 16-7 to Jackson State on a beautiful night in Jackson. Glass with three receivers to his left, throws to the right side. It is incomplete. Almost intercepted. A short pass to the right side, incomplete.
C.J. Holmes did a good job of coming up, breaking on that football. Ball was a little underthrown, but Holmes' work was there to make the play.
Second and 10 for the Alabama A&M Bulldogs in their white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants with a white stripe, and the white helmets with the A&M logo on the helmets. Glass in the shotgun now. Short drop, throws, catches made, or did he drop it?
Pass completion from Glass.
Let's see, Coach.
They're holding up the hand, so it is complete.
Gain of 4.
Only a 4-yard pickup on the play, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, looked like Cornell Maynard's coming out with a different thought process. He's throwing the football.
If you're just tuning in, Elvia Payton was ejected for targeting, which we don't think was the case, but they looked back at it and ruled targeting, so Payton is out of the ball game for Jackson State. Third down and 6 for the Bulldogs at their own 35. Short drop for Glass. The catch is made. He's going to take it across midfield into Jackson State's territory at the 41-yard line, and that's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Tyler Rogers was kind of crackbacked on that time. Thought that may have been helmet to helmet, but they threw a quick slant for the first down. They've been throwing those slant routes all day.
So this is what we feared with Alabama A&M scoring before the half, and now with the ball back in the third, they have it at Jackson State's 41. Glass in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now this looks like an air raid offense. Here's Glass, throws along the right sideline. It is incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football. So great pressure by the Jackson State defensive line.
Well, what you do, and I know we talk about that, you gotta be able to stretch them vertically and work the crossing routes at the same time, Coach. And simplify your reads for your quarterback, and I think that's what Cornell Maynard is trying to do right here.
Second and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Jackson State 41-yard line. JSU 16, A&M 7. Alabama A&M moving the ball from right to left as you visualize on your listening device. A&M has not led in this ball game, but they are driving right now. Glass takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws. It is incomplete. More pressure by the JSU defensive line. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And I'll tell you what, Coach, that defensive line, that front four, that front three, depends on what Coach has. Coach, they have been dominant the whole night. And it's good when you can get pressure just from the front 4 or 3.
So this actually brings up third down. I don't like that at all. Third down for A&M from the Jackson State 41. Glass back in the shotgun here on 3rd and 10. Takes the snap. He steps up in the pocket. He takes off, and he is brought down.
No, sir.
Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Great play by the JSU defense. It's going to bring up fourth down now.
Good job. They just tried a quarterback draw. Did not get it. I mean, athletically, he is not fast enough to run a quarterback draw. I thought they would try to work it downfield, but defensively, we did a great job.
So Glass remains in. He's going to push punt this like he did before.
A little quick kick on it.
And it's going to go all the way to the, or did it roll into the end zone?
Well, see, the mistake, okay.
They're going to put it at the 1,
Coach.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to put it at the 1-yard line. See, he dove for it, and it went down to the 1, so they're going to spot it at the 1-yard line. So they really flipped the field on Jackson State right there as they put the ball on the Tigers' 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's not good.
So first down for JSU at its own 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Coach. Who's the quarterback?
Ponder.
Ponder remains in at quarterback. And they will fake the handoff. Ponder throws from the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Coach, we got away with a holding right there by 64. We got away with a holding. But I guess when you're back there that deep, you try to do whatever you can to keep your quarterback from getting sacked.
Second down and 10 for Jackson State from his own 1-yard line. Ponder underneath center here on 2nd and 10. And he'll he'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson manages to get it to the 4-yard line.
Jordan Johnson carries for the Tigers.
Good job of just handing it off to Jordan Johnson. You know, getting yardage and, you know, kind of giving him a little bit of breathing room.
Pick up of 3 yards on the play, making it 3rd down and 7. Jackson State's backs against the wall as they have it at their own 3-yard line, make it the 4-yard line.
We can't get the personnel in that we need, Coach. We need a timeout.
11 seconds on the play clock, down to 8, and they do call a timeout.
Got to get your personnel in.
All right. We call a timeout as well. Tigers lead at 16-7. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
Circuits deliver power by making connections. At Entergy, we believe that works for people, too. The next generation is our connection to the future. So every year, Entergy invests millions of dollars in education to teach skills for better jobs, to build a brighter path. To us, making connections means more than electricity. It means fulfilling promise. And together, we power life. Entergy.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our communities to promote living healthy. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, we're empowering you to take control of your personal wellness journey and to find the joy of being active at every age and helping you build proud, healthy communities with a heart of hospitality, because it's about you, your health, your life. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
3rd and long. Ponder throws across the middle. It's almost intercepted. Oh, this is going to bring up a punting unit.
This is where we have to go tight punt and make sure we keep the middle protected and nothing off the edge hot.
Okay, you got to be careful with that, Coach, that you don't run out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
Correct.
You know, so.
But I'd rather, if it's going to be blocked, if I'm going to give up points, take the safety instead of the touchdown.
All right, Ronza Anderson is a long snapper for Jackson State, so it's very crucial on how he snaps his back to Salazar. Good snap. That's Jockman actually with the punt. And it's fielded at the 35, so A&M will get great field position from this.
Yeah, that's a dangerous catch. I mean, he never got up underneath that ball. It almost slipped out of his hands.
Jackson State, the defense now on the football field. We're inviting you to the inauguration of JSU President Dr. William Bynum Jr. Thursday, October 11th through Sunday, October 14th. The event will feature Marvin Sapp, and this is a fundraiser for student scholarships. There's also a First Lady Scholarship Luncheon Friday, October 12th at the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. Log on to jsums.edu for more information. 1st and 10 for Alabama A&M from the Jackson State 35-yard line. Glass remains in at quarterback, and he will fake the handoff. Glass fires underneath. The catch is made. We have a flag down, and the runner is down as well, so we'll have to see what this is about, Coach.
I don't know. They did that same play earlier, fake the screen. That's the one that they got the big gain out of. They came back to it. Didn't get much out of that one. They didn't fool anyone on that one.
A&M with 9 penalties in the first half. So they waved the flag off there, Coach. So that pickup will count. Pick up about 3 yards on the play. Bringing up 2nd down and 7. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 7. Under 12 to go here in the 3rd quarter. A&M on the move in Jackson State's territory on 2nd and 7. Glass takes the handoff. Oh, and he is brought down as he handed it off to his tailback, and he loses back to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 35.
Yeah, that was Mr. Hammer, Coach. You know, and they're trying to run that dive read, A lot of people call it zone read. Quarterback, if he was going to do anything, he should have pulled that one, but Malik wasn't fooled on that play.
Jackson State has led the entire way. A&M is threatened, but they've shot themselves in the foot this whole game. It is 3rd down and about 8 to go for Alabama A&M from the Jackson State 35-yard line. Glass back to throw, fires down the field. It is incomplete. No flag. Now a late flag comes in.
He was trying to get it, Coach. It was stuck. I can't believe it.
Now the A&M receiver was motioning flag. A flag didn't come down, and the official throws a flag late.
Welcome to the SWAC, Coach.
All right, they call defensive pass interference on Tyler Rogers, the junior from Starkville, Mississippi. And that will give Alabama A&M the first down.
Yeah, he just ran a skinny post quarterback. And I'll tell you why he threw it, Coach. The angle the quarterback threw that football was just up and down right now, and that generated the flag.
They have it at Jackson State's 19-yard line now. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Not much there, about a gain of 2 yards to the 19.
Now remember, they've only had 2 big run plays, Coach. They had one going in the end zone when they kept running that same play back to back, and then they ran that one in for a touchdown. Those are the only 2 big run plays that they had.
Well, they mark it at the 18. So they have it 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard pickup. Bulldogs trail 16-7 here in the 3rd. Under 11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Glass, the quarterback, in the shotgun, takes a snap, and the official stop play for the moment. So A&M calls their first timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 10:22 to go. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Jackson State University football brought to you by Watkins Auto Sales. There's no credit check, do your own financing. Located across from the Jackson Metro Center on Highway 80 West.
10:22 to go here in the 3rd. Jackson State trailing Alabama A&M 16-7, but the Bulldogs have it in Jackson State's territory at the Tigers' 19, make it the 18-yard line on 2nd down and 8. Alabama A&M operating from right to left. Glass remains in at quarterback after that timeout by the Bulldogs. Glass will fake the handoff, and now they pitch it on the reverse, and he has plenty of room. He's inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Alabama, A&M. Wow. Ryan Jenkins on the reverse, and the Bulldogs creeps a little bit closer now as they trail 16-13 pending the outcome of this point after. You may recall Jockman missed a point after for Jackson State. And here comes the Bulldogs now trailing 16-13, just like they did last week against Southern. And they're climbing back in the ball game. The point after is good. 10-12 to go. It's Alabama A&M coming and moving a little bit closer as the Tigers lead at 16-14 back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
I was just devastated. But it happened so fast. And I was literally in shock. I really didn't know what to do. A friend of mine had used Richard once before. If you need to call somebody, make sure you call Richard Swartz because they're going to be on their job. Don't hesitate. Call Richard Swartz.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. I'll work just as hard for you. I won't settle for $1 less than you deserve. Call 601-9 and all 8.
Free background information is available upon request. Richard Swartz and Associates, one call, that's all.
Hey Tiger fans, today is your day to connect with AARP. They're here in our state working hard to make it an even better place to live, work, and play for people of all ages. So check out their Fraud Watch workshops or Prepare to Care classes for caregivers and help AARP push for the issues that matter to you and your family. Or just connect with them at exciting local events and volunteer opportunities. Let's take on today and everyday Tiger fans. Learn more at aarp.org/ms.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Bolden's Body Shop, Watkins Auto Sales, McCullum Physical Therapy, Ritchie Automotive, and Stifel Investments.
Right now, Jackson State with a 2-point lead over Alabama A&M 16-14. The Tigers led at 16-7, actually 16-0. And now A&M with 14 unanswered points to climb back in the ball game. Is Coach Hughes a little bit nervous right now, Coach?
Well, you're trying now just to make sure that you don't lose total control right now in the momentum. When I say that, the momentum, you have to be able to get the momentum. Like, this is a live football, Coach.
And it is picked up by Jackson State. It's another short kick that the kicker popped right in the air. So it'll give JSU good field position at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and we just need to, what they're doing, they're sky kicking what you call just a pooch sky kick right in that dead area right there. So either your guy that's going to be on your second line or your last defender on the receiving team needs to come up, or you either need to back him up some. So they just need to make an adjustment on that.
This is a very important game in the SWAC East. It's the first conference game of the year for Jackson State and for Alabama A&M. Although they lost to Southern last week, that game did not count for them. So first down and 10 for Jackson State from its own 34-yard line. Derek Ponder remains in at quarterback for the Tigers. He'll hand it off to Jordan Johnson, and Jordan is stacked up. No gain on the play.
Yeah, they're just trying to run a zone to the left to Jordan and A&M. Now they're stacking the box. What A&M Coach Maynard is probably going to do defensively is force Ponder to throw the football. He feels that he cannot beat him throwing the football. The only way Jackson State is getting yards is by running the football. So they're going to stack the box and make him beat him in the air.
Under 10 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson State clinging to a 16-14 lead. Another short pass by the Tigers is caught, but not much after that. Maybe a yard or two on the pickup.
Again, we threw another little hitch route right there, maybe a 3-yard route. He's going to make him challenge him vertical. They feel that Ponder cannot get the ball downfield vertical unless the guy is wide open.
3rd and 9.
So 3rd and 9, the Alabama A&M sidelines, waving towels, jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks. They're excited. 3rd and 9 for Jackson State. Ponder in the shotgun, has time now, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run. Ponder across the 40, Ponder across the 45 near midfield, and that's a first down for Jackson State. That's an AARP first down for the Tigers. Any flags down, Coach?
The ball came out, Coach. Let's see what they're going to call it, though. He may have been down.
The scramble for it is at midfield. Alabama A&M is saying they have the football. Jackson State say they have the football. And the officials say who has it?
Jackson State University, 1st and 10.
That's the first down of the game for Jackson State, isn't it? And that's a good job, Ponder just running. When there's nothing else to do, just run.
So they give it to Jackson State. All right, the ball is at midfield, right at the 50. Ponder again takes the snap with time, plenty of time. Now he rolls to his left. The pocket collapses. Ponder is going to run out of bounds on the far side after picking up 2 yards to the Bulldogs' 48-yard line.
You think you heard me, Coach? Coach, when nothing else is there, just run. Don't just throw it in the pile, Coach. Just run.
You saw someone open on that last play that he ran.
Yeah, Parrish was going up the seam, Coach.
Yeah.
Sometimes as quarterbacks, you can get caught up looking at the rush. instead of just reading the defensive coverage. You get caught up looking at the front rush.
2nd and 10 for Jackson State. Ponder throws underneath, almost picked off, but a nice catch by Parrish inside the 40. Parrish takes it inside the 35 and runs out of bounds on the near side. It's another AARP first down for the Tigers.
That's a good job of Parrish making something happen. A nice 3-yard pass. Parrish just turned a 3-yard pass into a first down, Coach.
Jackson State going with the no-huddle offense. This is the air raid offense right now, Coach. Jackson State with it at the Bulldogs' 33-yard line. And they'll go with the ground game. And this is a nice run by Brown. He's inside the 15, and he fumbles the football. And it's recovered by Alabama A&M at the 12-yard line.
It just came out. He was trying to change hands with it. You know, your coaches teach you to keep it in the outside arm. And he was trying to change it to the outside arm, and it just came out.
All right, Alabama A&M recovers the football with 7:56 to go here in the third. We'll take a break. And we'll be back after this on the Tigers Sports Network. All right, while you were away, Jackson State defense stopping Alabama A&M on the first 2 plays. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. They have it at their own 11, make it the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Glass back in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Glass rolls to his left, buys time, throws deep down the right side, and it is incomplete. Wow, I think he made the catch out of bounds, Coach.
Yeah, he did, Coach, but, I mean, that was great coverage. I don't understand that. You had 2 guys wide open in front of you. You threw all the way back across field, which is good for us.
Yeah.
He had 2 guys right there in his face. But on that fumble, Coach, we wanted the touchdown, but he fumbled. At least they had to drive the length of the field. It's almost like a punt.
Right.
Had to drive the length of the field to score, and defense held up.
All right, now this should give Jackson State good field position as A&M will punt from its own end zone. Back deep for Jackson State, Warren Newman. He's standing back at his 45-yard line. So this will give Jackson State some good field position unless this punter is Sebastian Janikowski or somebody. So that's a nice kick, though. It drives him back to the 40. Newman is at midfield, and he's brought down at the 49-yard line.
I don't understand.
Well, that's a nice punt, though, Coach.
Yeah, it is, Coach. I'm just looking at the flopping and the antics going on after the play. I mean, you make a tackle and you just got to stand over the guy and, discipline, Coach.
Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 14 with 6:28 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson State football this season brought to you in part by Ritchie Automotive, Bolden Auto Shop, McCullum Physical Therapy, and Watkins Auto Sales. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at midfield, operating from left to right. Tigers lead it 16-14. Ponder remains in at quarterback, gives it to Jordan Johnson. He is a slippery guy, man. And like you said, he keeps his balance, drives for more yards as he takes it inside the 45 down to the 43, a 7-yard pickup on the play.
And now it's a 2nd down and medium where you can get a control call in now.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the third. Ponder fakes the handoff, throws it underneath. Carl Ollie makes the catch, and he has an AARP first down.
That's a good job right there, Coach. Little hitch route, fake the zone back to Jordan Johnson, then just flick a little hitch route out to Ollie.
We see with Jackson State not having much trouble moving the ball on Alabama A&M. They give it to Jordan Johnson again, and Johnson inside the 25 and brought down at the 24. Another nice pickup on the play for Jordan Johnson, bringing up 2nd down and 5.
Well, Jackson State now is trying to tempo Alabama A&M, which is a good thing.
Tigers at the Bulldogs' 35-yard line. Again, the run goes to Jordan Johnson. Johnson fighting out of a tackle. He doesn't go down on the initial hit.
He's physical, Coach. I'm telling you, he reminds you of Destry Wright. You remember Destry Wright?
Oh, absolutely.
How hard he used to run. And, I mean, he's very physical.
Johnson brought down at the 31, so it's 3rd down and 2 for Jackson State. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. They give it to Kennedy this time, and Kennedy is close to the 1st down as he has the 1st down, but a flag comes down.
And a holding, Coach.
This will be on Jackson State. All right, that's Melvin Hollis again. That's his 2nd holding penalty in this ball game. He's a junior out of Jackson, Mississippi, played at Provine High School. Speaking of high schools in Jackson, Lanier's doing a really good job there, Coach.
Really? You still undefeated?
Negative. They
you didn't have to be.
Yeah, they are 4-2 though.
Not bad, Coach. Not bad.
They're just going to push the ball back to the 41-yard line of A&M. Ponder back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Dumps it underneath. The catch is made. A pickup of about 15 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Gates made to catch for Jackson State.
Yeah, he made a great catch, what you call old shoestring catch. Coach pulled it off your shoestring.
It was a low throw by Ponder.
4th and 7 for the Tigers.
So Jackson State's going to go for it here, Coach, on 4th down and 7. Ponder takes a snap. Here comes the pressure. Rolls to his right.
Just run.
Ponder is intercepted. It is intercepted, and A&M will have it at the 40-yard line.
Coach, run. You out here in the opening, just run. Come on now. Don't get no flags, guys. Be smart.
All right.
Just pull it down and run, Coach. All that green grass, he had blockers. They blocked him out. Just run in between them, Coach.
If somebody yell fire, he ain't running.
All he had to do was run, Coach, instead of throwing it away.
So Ponder threw it away. It's an interception by Alabama A&M. Jackson State drive stalled at the 39-yard line. So the defense comes back on the field for the Tigers.
Any Tiger Fund member, the JSU Tiger Fund, a proud sponsor of Jackson State University Athletics.
Let's take a look at the Hope Credit Union SWAC scoreboard update. Prairie View leading Grambling 22-2 with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. No score between Alcorn and Southern University. That's your Hope Credit Union SWAC scoreboard update. Glass hit as he threw the football. He manages to get it away. Wow. And a pickup of about 6 yards, but a flag is down.
There was a whole lot of movement going on, and
there's a penalty marker on the field.
They faked the reverse, they faked the flea flicker, and they threw a screen.
Yeah, they'll be called for something on this.
Something's going to get called. There's too much movement going on, Coach.
4:13 to go here in the 3rd.
It's against A&M.
It's against A&M, but they're signaling something. I don't know what they're signaling, Coach.
I'm supposed to know, Coach, but I didn't see it.
He moved it. Okay, so no flag on the play.
No flag.
So
they had linemen downfield, but
wow,
I didn't think they would have called that. That would have been the call because it was behind the line. It was a screen.
So that was a 7-yard pickup there, Coach, and they have it near midfield at the 46-yard line. Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Alabama A&M trailing Jackson State 16-14, but the Bulldogs on the move. Glass in the shotgun for the Bulldogs. He'll hand it off. Not much there at all for A&M's running game as Jackson State's defensive line makes that stop. May have lost a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, all 3 of those guys were on the play. Hamner, he was there, and the rest of those guys, Anderson.
They say he picked up a yard. They have it at Jackson State's 46-yard line. Glass back to throw. Dumps it underneath. The catch is made. Big pickup on the play for the first down as he runs out of bounds on the near side at the 40-yard line.
I tell you what, that offensive line cut the whole defensive line.
So A&M has it at Jackson State's 39-yard line. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the third. Jackson State 16, Alabama A&M 14. Glass will hand it off to his running back, and he makes a nice move inside the 30 down to the Jackson State 26-yard line.
It looks like at first Jackson State came out of that three-man front because they were running that play at first. Then they went to a four-man. They caught him back in a three-man front that time.
Trayvon Walters on the carry. 1st and 10 for A&M at the Jackson State 26. Akil Glass, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Takes a snap. He looks for the option, and he's going to be brought down. He picked up a yard on the play. Making the tackle for Jackson State is Quindarian Barnett.
Well, I'll tell you who did a good job over there. Now, we got to stay disciplined, Coach. They're about to get us some more flags in here. I'll tell you who did a good job over there was but Darius Woods. They were trying to run the option, and he strung that thing all the way out, and that's what made the quarterback have to cut up, and he got ran down from the backside.
All right, no gain on the play. I don't know why these two teams, why it's so chippy with these two.
I don't know, Coach. But right now we don't need any penalties on our end, especially 15-yarders.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs, but they have it at Jackson State's 25. And there's a throw. The catch is made at the 10. He's at the 5. He fumbles the football. Fumbles at the 1. Don't know who recovered it, Coach.
They're scrapping for it down there, Coach.
And they may say it went out of bounds.
No, the receiver from A&M dove on it, Coach. Looked like they're going to give it to him on the 1-yard line.
So the officials are talking it over. He did lose the football. And I think they're going to give it to Alabama A&M. So A&M will have it at Jackson State's 1-yard line with a chance to take the lead.
But see, here's what can happen. Jackson State defense cannot allow A&M's skill guys or their whole offense to take them out of their zone that they're in. It's a lot of trash talking going on, Coach.
All right, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs from the JSU 1-yard line. Glass back in the shotgun, and he is tackled. Jackson State tackle Glass and the running back. Yeah. No gain on the play.
Trying to run just a zone right there. They lost yards on that one, Coach.
2nd and goal. This is the 8th play of this drive. 1:24 to go here in the third. A&M knocking on the door. They trail 16-14, but they have it 2nd and goal from the Jackson State 2. Walters in the backfield. He hands it off to Walters, and he slips out of a tackle, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Alabama A&M.
Just ran the play in his second effort. Him in the backfield, but the second effort is what got us. Now, the key right, it's a lot of trash talking going on. We just have to stay disciplined.
Alabama A&M has come from 16 points down, and they've scored 20 straight.
But it goes back to what we talked about earlier in the game, Coach. When we had the lead, let's get out of the half with just, run the clock out, make them use their timeouts. Now it's coming back to haunt us.
The point after is good. A&M 21, Jackson State 16. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
So you haven't washed your lucky socks since that fourth quarter comeback 5 years ago. At C Spire, we get it. You'll do anything to help your team win, just like anything we do is inspired by you. We are your biggest fan, lucky socks and all. From business to home to wireless, our inspiration is always you. C Spire, customer inspired. For a limited time, get up to 50% off Galaxy S9. Details at cspire.com.
The greatest impact we can have on the future is teaching our children to live healthy at home, at play, and at school. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our schools to support them in being places where our children learn about healthy habits and where they are empowered to achieve full academic potential. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi is building a healthy Mississippi.
A minute 6 to go. Alabama A&M has scored 21 unanswered points, and they lead Jackson State 21-16 with a minute 6 to go here in the third. So still plenty of time left in this ball game. Coach, I think the critical moment occurred late in the second quarter when Jackson State could have run the clock out, but they did not do that.
And I agree with you, Coach. And like you said, it's a lot of time left, but we just got to now. Coach Hughes has to get his guys to understand the momentum shift now.
All right, it back. Pooch kick, fielded at the 24. And he's trying to turn that corner for Jackson State, and he's brought out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't understand. He was trying to get outside, but his blockers were inside. So he put himself on the island by himself over here.
Yeah, he did, Coach. Again, Jackson State University invites you to the inauguration of JSU President Dr. William Bynum Jr. Thursday, October 11th through Sunday, October 14th. The event will feature Marvin Sapp, and this is a fundraiser for student scholarships. It's also a First Lady Scholarship luncheon Friday, October 12th at the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. Log on to jsums.edu. All right, we have a new quarterback in the ball game, Jared Hayes for Jackson State. Where's number 5? He'll hand it off to Terrell Kennedy. Kennedy across the 35 and pushed out of bounds on the near side after a gain of about 4 yards.
Yeah, and I thought Kennedy was going to turn it up right there. He missed his cut. He had a little crease right there, and he's athletic enough to put that foot in the ground and get vertical right now.
Tell you what, when it was announced that Jared Hayes was the quarterback, the fans cheered, yeah.
Yeah, did you hear it, Coach? I was wondering what was taking so long, Coach.
Jackson State with it at the 37-yard line. Tigers trail 21-16. It's their first time trailing in the ball game. Hayes takes the snap for the Tigers. Hayes with time. Throws it underneath. The catch is made at the 40-yard line. Not much there. Rameek Wallace on the catch for the Tigers.
Yeah, good job. He made a good decision. He tried to go left to the slant. The out in the slant wasn't there. They covered it up. He popped his hips back and found the receiver on the backside. And that's what you call going through your progressions but not holding it all day. Get rid of the football.
22 seconds left here in the third. Hayes, the quarterback, replacing Ponder. 3rd down and 5 for Jackson State. Hayes fires down the right side. The catch is made, but we're going to say he was out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Coach. He may have been out of bounds, but that was a good decision. He tried to squeeze it. The corner set on the out route. The safety had to get over there, so Hayes tried to stick it in that window. That was a good decision right there.
All right, so Jackson State 3 and out will punt it away. Ronza Anderson, the long snapper. Salazar, or actually Jockman will punt it away to Alabama A&M. Brian Jenkins' son is back to receive the punt. So Jackson State with another 3 and out. Jockman's punt is short, like off the side of his foot, so A&M will have it in good field position at the 34-yard line, and that will end the third quarter with Jackson State trailing 21-16. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Jackson State University football brought to you by part by C Spire, customer inspired.
All right, we start the fourth quarter play. Alabama, A&M with the football. Coach Hughes said this was a dangerous team, man, and they have scored 21 unanswered. As they have it now at their own 31-yard line, operating from left to right to open up the fourth quarter. They go with the ground game, maybe 2 yards on that carry before Jackson State's defense shuts them down there.
It was. It was, Coach. I mean, Jackson State defense, I just feel real good about the defense still. The special teams and the defense, Coach.
2nd down and 8 for Alabama. A&M moving the ball from left to right here in the fourth quarter. Akil Glass remains in at quarterback for the Bulldogs on 2nd and 8. There's a man in motion to the right. Glass in trouble, and he throws it down as he was hit as he threw the football. He just threw it to get out of his hands. Good pressure by the JSU defense.
Yes. Well, what they were trying to do was throw a screen, and Jackson State defense read the screen, and they just threw it in the ground. And that's what you teach quarterbacks to do on that running back screen. Just throw it in the ground.
Third down and long for Alabama A&M from its own 33. They can pick up the first down at the 41-yard line. You notice they didn't play shut them down on the jumbotron.
Maybe he got your message, Coach, from somebody.
All right, and A&M calls a timeout.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this to you, Coach. This is the calmest, and I don't want to talk too fast. Watching Coach Maynard, this is the calmest I've ever seen him on the sideline, Coach.
All right.
He usually puts on a show.
Yes, sir. We have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. This is the Tiger Sports Network.
Safeguarding the money of others as if it were our own. At Stifel, it's their guiding principle. For more than 125 years, investors like you have trusted Stifel to help them pursue their financial goals and leave a legacy for future generations. Stifel, Nicholas & Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC. Stifel Investment Services since 1890.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same.
Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
.14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jackson State trailing Alabama A&M with the Bulldogs. 3rd down and long from their own 33. Glass throws to the left side. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Brian Jenkins.
Well, Brian Jenkins.
I'm sorry. I mispronounced.
Oh. The Sandman is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Sandman got me, Coach. Warren Newman standing back at the 25-yard line awaiting this punt, so Jackson State defense did its job. You have to be careful that A&M may do something tricky. I don't think they're doing anything tricky down this deep in their own end.
No, I think Jackson State may try to go after it.
JSU blocked 2 punts already in this game.
Can't do that, Coach.
Oh, another flag is down.
That's going to be on Jackson State for jumping over the. You can't leap over that wall, and it's for his protection.
Wow. All right. Okay, and another flag down after the punt. So this is going to be on Jackson State, too.
Well, they're pointing at 28. I don't know what's going on. Maybe double personal fouls, and that will waive that off.
Or these 2 fouls could be on Jackson State. Okay, it was unsportsmanlike conduct on both of them.
Yeah.
But what about the foul on the punt?
But I'm going to tell you what's going to be interesting is we got to get these two teams to understand it's about winning and losing on the football field, not the extracurricular activity. You know what I mean?
Right. Why are these two teams so chippy right now?
I don't know, Coach. A&M has never been a rival of ours.
Never. They've always kind of been in the way a little bit of winning the SWAC East, but never been really a big rival.
Nah, Coach.
But
so
they're playing like this is Alcorn.
Well, now I will say this to you, Coach. It comes from the demeanor of their head coach. Like I told you, we've had a lot of battles together, and he has his teams ready to play. But the key to beating Cornell Manor football teams is you have to stay disciplined and make the plays. I mean, that's just the key.
Oh, my goodness. They give Alabama A&M the ball back, Coach, after that leaping penalty.
That leaping penalty, Coach.
That could come back to really devastate Jackson State. So A&M will have the football. Wow.
Yeah, they just got to settle down and play. You know, the old saying now is it's fourth quarter. We have to come on back and settle back down and just play some football. Stay disciplined. We can't get into the penalties like they had the penalties the first half.
So A&M will have it near midfield at its own 48-yard line after that penalty on Jackson State on the special teams unit. So A&M on first down will go up the middle with the football. Not much there. Maybe a pickup of 2 yards to midfield.
I tell you what, Coach, these referees don't mind throwing that handkerchief, huh?
They sure don't.
God, they don't mind throwing it.
13:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jackson State trailing 21-16. JSU led in this game 16-0. And A&M with 21 unanswered points. Second down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Maynard running towards the official, trying to tell him something.
They're probably talking about the band.
Okay, they wanted the band to stop playing. Maynard knows his football now. He ran over there and told the official, look, man, that band is still playing.
Any way he can get it, Coach.
Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Glass back to throw. Hit as he throws, and the pass is intercepted by Jackson State. What a play by Jackson State on that interception is Alexander Shaw, the sophomore from Vicksburg, Mississippi, out of Warren Central High School.
Great play coming up with the interception by the defense. Great job and great field position for Jackson State as well.
Wow. We may have to remember that play, Coach.
Yeah, that may be the one there, Coach.
Wow, JSU dodged a bullet with that because the Tigers need a touchdown. 3 points won't do you any good.
No.
Unless you get 3, then stop them and then go back there and get another 3.
That ain't gonna happen, Coach.
First down and 10 for Jackson State now. The Tigers with the ball at their own 46-yard line. Rob J., Darrell Asbury, Sam Brown bring you the play-by-play story. Jackson State now operating from right to left. Jarrett Hayes remains in at quarterback now for the Jackson State Tigers. Hayes back in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers to his right, 2 stretched out wide to the left. Hayes takes the drop, has time. Now he's in trouble, and he's going to throw it out of bounds on the near side.
Coach, you had no one open right there. You ran a mesh route, which is a crossing route, back into coverage, and then everybody was so deep. You know, whoever's up top talking to Coach needs to tell him he needs to get the guys to the second level of the passing game and sit right in the middle of the field. The middle of the field is what's wide open. Put pressure on the safeties and create one-on-one mismatches.
2nd down and 10 for Jackson State from its own 47-yard line. Hayes, the quarterback. He'll hand it off to Jordan Johnson. Up the middle he goes, and Johnson into A&M's territory at about the 47-yard line. So a nice pickup on the play for the Tigers.
Good job right there. That was a manageable 3rd down call where he could either run or pass right here.
Don't seem like they've been able to stop Jordan Johnson.
No.
You know, just feed him the football, man. 3rd down and 5 for Jackson State. They have it at the A&M 47-yard line. Hayes, the quarterback, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy off the right side, and he's going to be stopped at about the 45-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2.
I saw Hayes look like he was about to audible. You know, when that safety stacks behind that nickel back and he cheats in, that's the key, that they're going to bring that pressure from that side. I thought they were going to come this way with Jordan Johnson, but we ran right into the pressure. We're going for it on 4th down.
You like this call, Coach? I say give it to Jordan Johnson.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, give it to Jordan Johnson. If not, punt the football. If it's not his call, punt the football.
4th and 2. They give it to Jordan Johnson, and he is brought down right at the marker. Yeah. He may have it, Coach. I don't know.
He may have it, Coach.
I think they're spotting it. Let's see.
Now, the one at the top is not giving it to him. You see him?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not his spot, Coach. It's this guy over here's spot.
Okay. If that's his spot, he's right. I don't know. He didn't get it.
Coach Hughes needs to ask for a measurement, Coach.
Okay. Where they spot it right now, where it's spotted.
They're giving it to A&M, Coach.
No, he didn't get it from where he is. Okay. Yeah, 1st down, Alabama.
And you can look at it 2 ways, Coach. If he gets it, great call. If he doesn't, bad call. And then you also could take a look at it where if we punt the ball, if we punt it, you pin them and put your defense back on the other end. Now they have to drive the length of the field and score on your defense. And they've done it. They've driven the ball, but they have not just driven it and just scored 90 yards on the defense.
So A&M stopped Jackson State on 4th and 2. And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Moving the ball from left to right. Jackson State trailing 21-16 with 11:31 to go. A&M running the football on the right side, trying to turn the corner, and he takes it to midfield, a 6-yard pickup on that play.
Now, this is a different set that Jackson State hasn't seen all night. A&M has went to a little Wildcat set. They're bringing the quarterback back in now.
Jackson State beat this team last year. JSU leads in the series, 20 wins to 8 losses.
The ball is placed at the Tiger 49-yard line.
All right, it's 2nd down and about 4. A&M at the JSU 49. Again, A&M trying to run it up the middle. He bounces off 1 tackle, runs to his left, picks up the 1st down at the Tigers' 40-yard line.
I tell you what, Jackson State, they're trying to catch Jackson State in that 3-man front, and they just keep running that same little fold plays, kind of like a power.
A&M at the Jackson State 40-yard line. The Bulldogs lead it 21-16. Under 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs on the move now, trying to extend the lead. Jackson State trying to keep them off the board. Here's Walters again, spins in the hole, and is brought down after a pickup of maybe 4 to the Jackson State 37.
They continue to run the lead, Coach. They're leaning on them. If they're not just running man-on-man blocking, either they're blocking down, pulling that backside guard around, just running that power.
3-yard pickup on the play for Alabama A&M. Coming up on 10 minutes to go here in the 4th. Jackson State trails 21-16 after leading 16-0 in this ball game. Akil Glass, the quarterback. He's back in the shotgun here on 2nd and 7. He'll fake the handoff. Glass throws, and the catch is made at the 24-yard line on the far side, and another first down for the Bulldogs.
Just working the chain. Jackson State is playing off. They're bailing. And I believe they're just running a read route. If he bails, we'll run the out. If we eat his cushion up, we'll go by him.
So Alabama A&M now, I won't say they're in field goal range because they hadn't tried one today. I don't think they have much faith in their kicker, but it is first down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the JSU 24-yard line. Walters takes it up the middle, and he picks up maybe 3 yards to the JSU 22-yard line.
Just running that same power play to the left that time. Jackson State defense was there to stop that play, and I can't see that jersey number on the top. It's all wrinkled up, pulled up on him. Looks like number 7.
That's Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie made a great play right there at linebacker.
2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Glass in the shotgun. They have it at Jackson State's 21-yard line. They mark it at the 21. 9 seconds on the play clock. Glass takes the snap, gives it to Waters again, and he's up the middle, and he's brought down after nearly picking up the first down to the 16-yard line.
They are determined to keep running that same play, Coach.
No. No.
He's something, Coach.
3rd down and 2 for Alabama A&M. 3rd and, let's see, I think this is about 3rd and 3 for Alabama A&M. They have it at Jackson State's 22-yard line. Glass rolls to his right, throws. The catch is made at the 15. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Big call right here.
So this is 4th down and about 1 to go. And let's see what Maynard would do here, Coach.
Knowing him, he's going to try to kick it, Coach.
4th and less than 1
and
for A&M.
7:38 to go here in the 4th. One thing Alabama A&M did on this drive was chew up that clock.
Yeah, he's going for it, Coach. He's going to go for it.
3rd down. Okay, they give him a yard on that last play, so it's about 3rd. Well, now they move his sticks. So it's 3rd and like inches?
Inches, is it, Coach? I'm trying to look at it. Well, they're gonna measure.
Okay, they're going to measure to see if he got the first down.
Yeah.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it either from up here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold up, Coach.
It looked like he got it, Coach.
Well, Coach, it's close, Coach.
If he didn't get it, it's like
it's
inches.
Close. I mean, it's close, Coach.
You can put your 2 fingers together.
Coach, they getting down there trying to measure.
Coach, I don't know if you can put a.
It's close,
You
Coach.
put an index card between that?
No, Coach. It's inches.
Okay, it's inches. Oh, I go for it if I was
Yeah,
there.
I mean, he's probably going to go for it, Coach. That's a good job by those officials on that one now. I've never seen an official get down and squeeze it like that, Coach.
4th and inches for A&M.
They'll probably try to draw him off sides, and this will be the first time A&M has gone on the center, too.
All right, 4th down in inches. They have it at Jackson State's 14-yard line. 7:33 to go here in this ball game. In the 4th quarter, I should say. And the Tigers trail 21-16.
You know, in that pregame show we were listening to,
all right, here we go, Coach. 4th down in inches.
God, this is a big play right here,
And
Coach.
A&M is going to go for it.
Their big offensive line coach over there getting on that offensive line.
He got 2 backs in the backfield. Gary Quarles. He got another big old boy back there. That's Antoine. That's Alvin. Who is this? Antoine Felton.
They're in the Wildcat formation, Coach.
4th down in inches for the A&M Bulldogs. Felton in the Wildcat. And he takes a snap, Here comes the pressure, and he didn't get it, Coach. He lost a yard.
I never understand that. You inches, but you're 5-6 yards deep in the backfield, Coach.
That didn't make a lick of sense.
None, Coach.
They've been running. I'm not going to complain about it, but great job for the Jackson State defense with 7:24 to go.
Great job defensively, Coach. I mean, they stacked it right there.
So Jackson State with the football, and this could be the drive of the game. 7:24 to go for the Tigers. Derek Ponder not in the ball game. Jared Hayes is in now for JSU.
But I tell you what, Coach, this is the drive, like you said now, because we haven't been doing anything offensively, but this is the drive because you see how much clock they've eaten.
7:24 to go here in the fourth. Hayes throws underneath. The catch is made across the 20, a pickup of about 6 yards for Jackson State.
Benji Parrish on the out route. You had the inside curl coming by the slot receiver, which the middle of the field is still wide open. And you still have time to run the ball. You don't have to try to get it all in one play.
All right, they mark it at the 22-yard line, so that's a pickup of 8 on that play.
Here he comes.
Here's Hayes now, throws across the middle. The catch is made. He's at the 30, bounces off a tackle. Across the 30 to the 31, another AARP first down for Jackson State.
Good catch by Newman right there, Coach. He made the catch, get vertical, put that foot in the ground, and just get vertical, not a whole lot of juking.
Jackson State at its own 31-yard line, trailing 21-16, under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Jared Hayes, the quarterback. He's in for Derek Ponder after he threw an interception early in the third. And they'll hand it off. Jordan Johnson spins out of a tackle and takes it 8 yards to the 38-yard line before being brought down.
Yeah, his own man, number 64, Coach, he the one tackled him. If he don't run into 64, Coach, he may have made a house call.
2nd and 3 for the Tigers.
This drive started at 15. Jackson State now up to the 38-yard line. Hayes, the quarterback. Jackson State operating from right to left. Hayes back to throw, has time, throws across the right side. The catch is made right at the first down marker at the 41. Another first down for the Tigers, and it's an AARP first down.
Good job, Coach. If they're going to keep trying to go cover 2 to that side, and if Coach wants to keep throwing that quick out, the safety is trying to get over the top. He may need to go trips to that side and push that 3 receiver where the safety can't get over the top of it. Now you'll have your one wide open out there.
First down and 10 for Jackson State from its own 42-yard line. Tigers trailing 21-16. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He gives it to Jordan Johnson. Johnson trying off the right tackle and is brought down for a loss of about 2 yards back to the 40.
Just trying to run that outside zone over there, but Charles Moffitt he got beat on that play. Just have to do a better job of staying on your block up top.
All right, so it's 2nd and 10 for Jackson State at its own 42. Under 5 to go now here in the fourth. Tigers down 21-16, but they are driving right now. Jared Hayes at quarterback. Takes a snap, gives it to Jordan Johnson again off the right side. Johnson at midfield. Johnson spins. He's at the 40. Johnson at the 35. Still on his feet and brought down at the A&M 32-yard line. It's another AARP first down.
Good job right there, Coach. Just running, spinning, running, and spinning. Just ran the outside zone. Johnson asking for a blow right here. But it was a good job, Coach. This is the drive of the game, Coach.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. If I'm Coach Hughes, I'll tell Coach Mummy, you hush. Give it to Jordan Johnson. Exactly. The rest of the game.
I agree, Coach. Just pull those linemen and pull them, Coach.
Jackson State at the A&M 32-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. Swing pass. The catch is made by Jordan Williams, the former quarterback. Not much there.
Keep running was working, Coach. Don't. This game is funny. Sometimes we can out-coach ourselves, Coach. Keep running what we're running. They almost actually intercepted that football. trying to run the, not air raid, but the RPO type of stuff.
Under 4 minutes to play. 3:36 and counting. Jackson State down 21-16, but they have it at Alabama A&M's 32-yard line. Jarrett Hayes, the quarterback. 4 receivers in the game. They give it to Terrell Kennedy, and he is stopped dead in his tracks, no gain.
Yeah, you got this weak side defender coming off the edge right here.
This carry for no gain.
This is the drive of the game, Coach. Because if they get it back, we may not have another shot.
Jordan Johnson back in for Jackson State. This is the 9th play of this drive. They started back at JSU's 15-yard line. They have it now at the A&M 32. Jarrett Hayes, the quarterback. Here's Ali in motion from right to left, and he gets set. There's a snap. Hayes with time. Steps up in the pocket. And he throws. The catch is made inside the 30. Is inside the 25 and pushed out of bounds at the 22-yard line of Alabama A&M, right at the first down marker.
Coach, this is the difference between Ponder and Hayes, the athletic ability. At this day and age, it's no more pocket passes, Coach. Peyton Manning has retired. All the great Dan Marinos have retired, Coach. This is the day and age of the athletic quarterback.
Well, Coach, it's 4th and 1 right here. What do you do here?
Coach, you got to go for it, Coach. You got to tighten your belt up. And Carl Roberts need to get down there and get behind those offensive linemen and tell them we got to get this first down. If we don't get it, it's now or never, Coach.
2 minutes, 26 seconds to go. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network. All right, here we go. It is 4th down and 1 for Jackson State. They have the ball at Alabama A&M's 24-yard line. Jackson State trailing 21-16 with 2:26 to go. If the Tigers don't get it here, could be all over.
Jordan Johnson, a bootleg, Coach.
Hayes, the quarterback, underneath center on 4th and 1. They fake it to Jordan Johnson. Hayes rolls to his right. What are you doing? Throws. It is incomplete. Why do that, Coach? Why play like
Johnson,
that, man?
But it's 4th and inches, Coach. You can't trick nobody, Coach. You got to get behind your shoulder pass. And you got to dig deep, Coach. You cannot trick nobody, Coach.
You got 4th and 1. Jordan Johnson has been running all over this team.
And here's the other thing, Coach. If you have an athletic quarterback, either sprint the pocket. If you're going to throw it, give him an option of whether you run or pass. He's athletic enough to get the 1 yard, the 1 yards that we need. But you don't do.
I'll tell you right now, that didn't make sense at all.
No.
You got Jordan Johnson, who
They
been
hadn't
break
stopped
and
him
run.
all
They
night,
hadn't stopped
Coach.
him all night. And on 4th and 1, you roll out and try to pass. All right, defense on the field now with 2:12 to go.
The tackle for the Tigers, Keontre Hampton.
Those
Jackson
guys
State
named
with only one time out there, Coach.
Yeah, and the clock hasn't stopped yet, Coach. He's probably going to try to wait to save it for this one right here on 3rd down, maybe.
All right, 1:52 to go. It is 2nd down and 10 for Alabama A&M. They're going to let that clock just roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he's probably going to try to stop the clock.
It's on the
next
fast starting to leave.
But I can say this, Coach, the offense played much better with Hayes.
All right, they run it. Stop the run.
Stop the clock. Take your timeout, Coach.
It's going to bring up third down. Clock continues to roll.
Leroy Ronnie on the tackle for the Tigers. 3rd and 13.
So Coach Hughes not going to call a timeout. The clock continues to run. 3rd down and 15 now for A&M. They have it at their own 20-yard line. 1 minute to go in the ball game. The clock continues to roll.
I see Mummy on the sidelines like he's.
Now, Jackson State stop from here. They can call that timeout. And they could possibly get the ball back. And A&M calls a timeout with the play clock down to 1. So it's 40 seconds left in the ball game. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with businesses across the state to help them be places where people are encouraged to make healthy choices. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, we support you in the places you work every day. Because it's about you. Your health, your life. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. Live healthy, live blue. It's good to be blue.
Circuits deliver power by making connections. At Entergy, we believe that works for people, too. The next generation is our connection to the future. So every year, Entergy invests millions of dollars in education to teach skills for better jobs, to build a brighter path. To us, making connections means more than electricity. It means fulfilling promise. And together, we power life. Entergy.
All right, here we go on 3rd down. Alabama A&M quarterback Glass will scramble, and he is brought down, and a timeout is called by Jackson State. They spend their last timeout. So JSU will get the ball back, Coach, with 31 seconds left on the clock. So they still have a little time left to try to pull something off here.
Yeah, they do, Coach. And just got to be smart with it, make smart decisions. And
all right, we're going to take another break. After this on the Tiger Sports Network. On 4th down, Alabama A&M will punt it away, but a flag is down on the far side of the field. Newman returns it into A&M's territory at the 45, but only 19 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. We have an injured JSU player down on the field, and we're trying to see who.
25, Coach. He's in some serious pain, Coach. Looks like 25, Coach.
That's Warren Newman. Newman, the returner for Jackson State, has this McCullum Physical Therapy.
Pain, Coach.
This is McCullum Physical Therapy update here, injury update. He's in pain.
Maybe
hopefully it's a cramp, yeah.
A cramp will make you feel like that.
Yeah, hopefully it's a cramp. Got to drink you some alkaline water there.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of people drinking that that water, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a whatever free.
Are you a vegan, Coach?
No. I'm a pork. Coach, I wish you would put a piece of vegan burger in front of me.
All right, Coach.
Look at you.
19 seconds left. Jackson State, they have a chance. They have it at A&M's 42-yard line. What do you do here, Coach?
Coach, you got to work your outs, everything to the out. You don't have no timeouts. You got to work the outs, and if you work the middle of the field, it has to be for a touchdown.
Jared Hayes takes a snap. There's an out, and the catch is made inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That only took.
They call it incomplete.
They call it incomplete?
Incomplete.
This pass is ruled incomplete.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
that took 4 seconds.
Coach, if he's going to keep doing that, put 3 receivers to one side, push the third receiver in at the safety. If you're going to play cover 2, I guarantee you have the one receiver wide open on the sideline. If the safety widens, the 3 up the seam is wide open.
Second down and 10. A&M starting to celebrate. Hayes back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, and he is brought down. A flag is down. This could be holding, and this may end the ball game.
Did you see that?
I'm looking right at it.
Did you see that right tackle? He snatched him,
Penalty
Coach.
marker on the play.
Holding.
Yeah.
He may have hurt that guy, Coach. He's
All
not
right.
moving, Coach.
Oh, he's not moving
He's
at all.
not moving, Coach.
All right, we're going to take another break, and we'll be back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same.
Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Join JSU on Thursday, October 11th, as we celebrate the inauguration of Dr. William B. Bynum Jr., 11th President of Jackson State University, at the President's Inauguration Celebration Dinner, featuring Grammy nominee Marvin Sapp. This special event will be held at 6 p.m. at the Jackson Convention Complex. Purchase tickets and learn more about all inauguration activities at jsums.edu/inauguration.
All right, third down and 18 for Jackson State near midfield. They're down 21-16. They need a touchdown to take the lead or win the game. A field goal will do them no good. A&M with 3-4 defenders back near the 20-yard line. Jackson State can pick up the first down at the 32, but it won't do them any good. 10 seconds left in the ball game. Jackson State led this game 16-0, and A&M outscored JSU 21 straight, unanswered.
Now they're lining up with the 3 receivers to the top like we've been talking.
All right, 10 seconds left in the ball game. JSU 1-1 coming into this game. Staring 1 and 2 dead in the face, unless a miracle can happen. Maybe they can pull off that Florida A&M miracle there, Coach. Do you throw a Hail Mary on this play?
This will probably be your last play, Coach. With your receivers spread it so far out, I don't know if you'll have enough time to get back and clock it. So,
now, does Hayes have a strong enough arm to throw it from midfield?
He probably could get it down to about the 5 or the 4, Coach.
Well, you have a freshman that can throw it that far.
This ain't the game for him, Coach.
I'll put whoever can throw it farthest.
That's why we up here.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right, Coach. I just, I don't know.
Coach, but you know, when you play the tape back, and you've been around football a long time, as well as, I've been around it, it should have never came down to this.
Absolutely not. They're looking at something. Now, the officials are looking at something.
They're probably going to run the clock, Coach, and I don't know why he's talking to Coach Mummy. Coach Mummy is not the head coach. They need to be talking to Coach Hughes.
Well, the A&M player was hurt, so I don't know. Do you run the?
I don't know. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll say that.
Yeah. Now, if it was a JSU player hurt to stop the clock, I think you run it off. But when an A&M player was hurt and was dragged off, was carried off the field.
Yeah, they're talking to somebody down there.
Yeah, they were talking to Coach Mummy, who is the offensive coordinator.
And Coach Hughes is on the 50, and Coach Mummy's.
Maybe you can get the Hail Mary here, Coach. So you still have time on the clock. Whenever there's time on the clock, you still have plenty of time.
And I agree with that, Coach. That is the philosophy. When you're in a spread or air raid offense, that's the philosophy.
Going back to that 4th down and 1, I don't know why you just don't give it to Jordan Johnson. I mean, that's the only question that I have. Why not give it to Jordan Johnson?
Well, when you think about it, Coach, it all started back, and I got my notes right here. It started back in the second quarter with a minute and 56 seconds to go. That's where all this started. We never recovered from that.
Right, absolutely.
And then the defense and the special team gave us the ball on a +5, and we got nothing out of it.
That's exactly right.
So I hate to sound critical. I'm not trying to be critical, but I'm just trying to call the game like I see it.
Yes, sir. Well, while we have a moment here in the ball game, Jackson State University would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of student scholarships and the inauguration of its 11th president, Dr. William Bynum, Jr. Without your continued dedication and support, this would not be possible. Our premier sponsors, Drs. Winston and Alma Pittman. Platinum sponsors, Mr. Haley and Mrs. Allison Fisackerly. Diamond sponsors, Bank Plus, Kelly Road Builders, Kelly Natural Gas Pipeline, Mr. Darrell and Mrs. Laverne Pilot. Howard Ketchens, Transamerica Life Insurance. All right, they're going to replay the second down as we continue with the Diamond sponsors, Mr. and Mrs. Calvin and June Hill, Dr. Willie S. Farmer, Sr. and Mrs. Tommy Esters Farmer, Dr. Jimmy L. and Golda B. Franklin, Mr. Luther and Mrs. Ruth Williams, and here we go.
Now, I don't think he can throw it that far, Coach.
Hayes is going to clock the football.
For what?
Actually, you lost 3 yards doing that.
Yeah, run a play.
See, he's going to bring in a quarterback with a strong arm here, Coach. That's what he's going to do. He's going to bring in Jack Strauss. Now, I told you he's going to bring in a freshman. He's a freshman, and he can throw it almost 100 yards.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Were they redshirting that freshman?
I don't think so.
Has he played all year?
He played at all.
So why would you bring in a freshman if you plan on redshirting? Why would you bring him in one game to throw a Hail Mary that?
Coach, you asking the wrong. You asking me to decipher this?
I just don't know. Maybe it's a new rule. Maybe you can play the guys 4 games or 2-3 games before, But I would not bring in a freshman and mess his red shirt up if that was the plan.
Okay. Well, all I know is he's got the strongest arm on the team. And he's in to throw it.
He hadn't thrown all night, Coach. You're asking him.
Rolls to his right. Strauss is going to roll back to his left. Strauss still rolling. Strauss is going to uncork it. He throws it deep down the field, and it is intercepted, and Alabama A&M will win the football game. He looked good, though, running back and forth, though, Coach.
Coach, that's you bring a quarterback that hadn't thrown all night, hadn't touched the field to roll right to left, and if the plan was to redshirt him now, maybe the redshirt rule has changed. I don't know.
All right, that's the ball game. Jackson State falls to Alabama A&M 21-16 in the W.C. Gordon Football Classic. We're back with the postgame show after this on the Tiger Sports Network. And welcome back to Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jackson State's first home game ends in a loss for the Tigers. They lose to Alabama A&M 21-16. Jackson State jumped out to a 16-0 lead. Looked really good for Jackson State. But, Coach, you were concerned at halftime that the offense hadn't done much in the game. They got most of the points off mistakes by Alabama A&M. And you were right. It ended up being that way.
Well, when you struggle early offensively, you only had 3 first downs in the first half, 22 yards of rushing and 62 yards of passing. But when you look at the whole tape back, Coach, when the defense and the special teams give you opportunity inside the red zone, you have to capitalize. It's not like they're asking you to drive the length of the field. And you know, we can go back and forth with it, but just the decision making. And we're not trying to be critical. We're just calling the game like we saw it,
right,
Coach.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, the fourth down play. I think that the turning point happened when it was 1:58 in the second quarter, and we should have been running the ball, and we threw it 3 straight times or 2 straight times to stop the clock for them.
Absolutely. Jackson State falls 21-16 to Alabama A&M. Our players of the game, when you look at offensively and defensively, first up, offensively, who do you have, Coach?
Jordan Johnson. They had not stopped that young man all night. You go back here a minute ago, it was 4th and 1. Run Jordan Johnson. Just run Jordan Johnson. They hadn't stopped him all night. And with his balance, he'll find a crack. If we seal the backside off and take care of the front side, he can get you 1 yard. Just you know, getting behind the shoulder pass.
Absolutely. And on defense, Coach, who do you like?
Malik Hamner.
No question.
I mean, the whole defensive guys ran to the football all night, but Malik played. I mean, he strung that, him and Eric Bowie, they strung that option out they were trying to run. But, I mean, he did a great job tonight.
All right, Jackson State falls to Alabama A&M 21-16.
I was just devastated. But it happened so fast. And I was literally in shock. I really didn't know what to do. A friend of mine had used Richard once before. If you need to call somebody, make sure you call Richard Swartz because they're going to be on their job. Don't hesitate. Call Richard Swartz.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. I'll work just as hard for you. I won't settle for $1 less than you deserve. Call 601-9 and all 8.
Free background information is available upon request. Richard Swartz & Associates, one call, that's all.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU Athletics. For all of your insurance needs, turn to a friend indeed. Porter's Insurance, located at 1020 University Boulevard, formerly known as Terry Road, offers protection coverage for all of your needs. Porter's has affordable comprehensive coverage for your home, car, life, health, and accident and commercial business needs. Learn more about Porter's Insurance at portersinsurance.com. Porter's Insurance and JSU, partners in our community.
And we're back at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Not a good night for Jackson State as the Tigers have to give the W.C. Gordon Trophy to Alabama A&M. That pours salt in the wound.
Yeah. And I can assure you one thing. Coach Gordon don't like that, Coach.
We look at the stats here. Anything jump out at you? Jackson State with 119 yards of rushing. They have 242 yards of total offense, but they gave up 352.
Yeah, but when you look back at the time that the defense was on the field, 39 minutes to 21 minutes, and then you go back up top, Coach, when you only have 9 first downs, and you see why they're on the field so long. You know, you have to generate first downs. You have to manage the clock, and you know, we only had 1 for 13 on third down conversions, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you this, Coach. What strikes me, at halftime, Alabama A&M had 9 penalties for 104 yards. They ended up with 9 penalties for 104 yards, so they corrected that at halftime and didn't have a penalty called at all in the second half.
Yeah, and we talked about that early on, about the penalties. But then when you come back, Jackson State only had 59 plays and they had 86. So,
wow.
But even with all that, Coach, we still had our opportunities to win the game. You go back to those those crucial plays, that fourth down play, that second half series of calls, and then you come back to, personally, I feel we waited too late to put Hayes in.
Well, Jackson State falls to 1-2 on the season, 0-1 in conference play with this 21-16 loss to Alabama A&M. That will do it for us here on TV, and we will continue the postgame show on all of the JSU radio networks. Again, the final score, Jackson State falls 21-16.